A curse has befallen the region of Icewind Dale, in the form of an unrelenting winter that has slowly chipped away at those who live here for 2 long years. Most have lost the will to believe it will ever end, as hundreds of adventurers have flocked to this region in an attempt to end the curse and go down in history. None have succeeded. Those who do live to tell their tales are left frozen and mutilated by the horrors of the region. Join us as an unlikely group of adventurers come together to try and best these lands and put an end to the curse.
Awesome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tabletop Tyranny, where we need to play around a tabletop, nor are we tyrannical. My name is Jacob, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening's game and for the many more to come. Obviously, you see Ethan and Tyler waving their hands, but thank you for stopping by. Pull up a seat, and now Craig. Thank you for stopping by. Get some snacks. Enjoy the show. This is going to be a little bit of a doozy of a side quest, but. Like always, I'm skipping ahead. Like always, we have our adventurers here. Not playing their normal characters tonight, but a cast of crazy companions. But we are going to jump right in. Usually, I like to ask the player a question so they can earn a bout of inspiration. We did that off stream. We all gave compliments to each other. Start off the session right. So all the players are going to be starting with inspiration. But yeah, so, like I said previously, tonight we are going to be getting away from our main characters. Just for a little bit, kind of a little bit of a side story. And I think it serves as a much needed break from that climactic, explosive ending of what I'm considering Act 1 of this campaign. If you haven't had a chance yet, please go check it out on our YouTube channel at Tabletop Tyranny. Tonight's session and more than likely our next session, or even 3 sessions in a row, will be focused on this side story. And then once we complete that, we will jump back to our main adventurers as they recuperate, recover, and game plan or head out for whatever the next act entails. So, we're gonna set the stage a little. So today's date is the 29th of Uktar in the Del Reckoning year of 1489. It's known as the Year of the Warrior Princess, and we find ourselves in the settlement of Targos, one of the largest settlements in Iceland, boasting a large population of 1,000 elf. And with that large boasting of residents, Targos' infrastructure and defense is by far the best in all of Iceland. Encircling the settlement is a 20-foot tall high wall fashioned from large pieces of lumber, each placed unevenly, giving the settlement a more rugged appearance. At the top of the wall are several towers, each occupied by well-armored guard. And there's a single gate that acts as single gate that acts as an entry and exit way for this settlement. The only other entry and exit point in this settlement is actually on the frozen lake of Mardwalden. Mm-hmm. Usually this open section of town was for boats, fleeting boats for knucklehead trout fishing to come in and out of town, but that's not feasible anymore as the lake itself has been frozen over. So no ships are sailing in and out of this. Times have been tough in Targos. Why, nearly a week ago, the once proud Frostfire harbor was set aflame and burned to the ground in the middle of the night.
Oh no.
People in town feel more and more uneasy as the days go. The elected town speaker of Targos, Nerth Maxilindar, has done a rather impressive job in calming his residents. Not on his own, for an adventuring party known as the Iron Quartet has become a rather popular and welcoming beacon of hope here in Iceland. They are town speaker nerds' go-to group when danger presents itself. And people truly believe that they can and will eventually end this eternal winter that Oral has cast these lands into. Hell, it's not every day that one of these so-called adventuring parties is able to stay alive long enough up here to have a brand name. Now, not much is known about these adventurers, as they are shrouded in a sort of mystery, a cloud of mystery. But there are rumors, and people have spotted them before. And all anyone has ever been able to uncover are the names and races of this group. There's Powder, a little goblin. Sir Lancelot, a turtle. There is Sunder, the half-orc. Aligrax, the black dragonborn. And Vivix, the lizard folk. Anyone passing through Targos will hear the many wild rumor feats of the Iron Quartet. But the latest news that's been going around is that some tragedy has struck, and the Iron Quartet have not been seen, nor have they aided in any of Townspeaker Nair's latest requests for aid. But one can never really know whether or not these rumors are true, for they are just rumors. We pan over the town, over the many wooden buildings that, make up Targos, past bustling markets, over the boisterous tavern called the Luskin Arms, to a more secluded side of town. More so or less, this is a section of town that isn't traveled, common by the common Dell folk. This is kind of a forgotten part of Targos. Some would say it'd be like the shady side of town. The buildings here, they bow from the weight of the snow on their roofs. Most are half-standing pieces of wood falling into these buildings, leaving the interior of the buildings to face the wintry cold. We come to rest upon one of these buildings, which is slightly less rundown. And in fact, it seems that there has been some upkeep on this establishment. Without a doubt, this story, like every story, starts in a tavern. The Trip and Shuffle Tavern is a tavern full of rowdy thugs and otherwise rotten scoundrels. The establishment itself, simply furnished, almost resembling what an old barracks would be. The cleanliness of this tavern, however, is a very stark contrast to its customers. It's easy to tell that this place is well loved by its own. Standing behind a little bar is a imposing man, sporting this large mustache and a balding head. This man is known as Russell. And as each of you came in one at a time and stopped by the bar to order a drink, he openly made conversation. And after talking for a little while, he was able to make each of you a very special cocktail based on your personality, perfectly crafted to your tastes. And after some friendly banter, eventually he asked a question. So, what brings you to these ports? To which each of you individually showed him this flyer that you had found that reads, do you have special skills? Do you find the idea of protecting those in danger rewarding? Come to the Trip and Shuffle, where you will have the opportunity to do just that. And that's all it says. But each of you were able to somehow manage, in your own creative way, to decipher some extra information on each of the flyers. And it wasn't easily done. It was very, very hard to achieve. Down at the bottom of the flyer, in very, very small script, there were instructions that read, bring this flyer, it is your ticket to get in on the job. 2 members of the Iron Quartet will be there to welcome and accompany you on this job. Good luck. ... Upon handing over your flyers, Russell directed you to a table where 2 individuals sat shrouded in the shadows. You awkwardly made your way over, not able to really make out any of their features. And they did not really speak to you. Well, they did not interact with you. They just sat there. Besides them not speaking or not really interacting, there was a brief interaction where they kicked a chair out for you to sit down at the table with them. And there you waited in silence. one by one. All of you strangers found yourself sitting around each table in your own chair, where you each sip and drink on your personal coffee. And to each of y'all's amazement, surprise, wow. These cocktails, they are amazing. It's everything you could have ever wanted. It is just the bee's knees. And you find yourself downing the entire drink. It's amazing. You've never had something this amazing. And you all are kind of gathered around this table. Each chair at the table is actually occupied, as there seems to be no more people joining this table. And you all sit there awkwardly, sitting in silence for well over 30 minutes. And you hear other patrons within the establishment begin to be kind of escorted out by Russell. The two figures that were originally a shadows light up an oil lantern, casting light onto them. So at this time, we're going to kind of go around the table, one by one, and introduce ourselves and what we look like. We're going to start with Nathan and Emily, as their characters were the two individuals shrouded in darkness. So I will say, let's do Nathan. You can go first. Let me get a picture so I can screen share.
Yeah.
I'm going to screen share it on Video Ninja.
So let me go ahead and start.
Yep, you can go ahead and start.
So Enoch Sunder is a half-orc, but there's something about him where he looks a little, actually, almost like there's more Fey blood than orc. Not exactly sure what's going on there, but you all aren't. 6'4". You know, he's got that. It is orc blood. You know, he's not huge, but you can tell he's wrapped pretty tightly. He is bald. He's got some big red mutton chops, though, or giant sideburns. Let's see. He has blue eyes, like all the time, so don't worry about him being possessed or anything. But he's got blue eyes with yellow flecks, kind of like sprinkled in there. He wears a loose tunic and some pants, and they're also, so his skin is grayish. His clothes are a little darker gray, and it looks like they're sewn together with threads that are maybe maroon. May add a little color there. Yeah, he's sitting there, and I think the only other thing you might notice is that he has these tattoos that circle around his forearms, on both arms, that look like lotus blossoms, but as if the petals were made out of talons and shards of rock. And sometimes when he turns his head a certain way, if the firelight catches him in a certain angle, there is a symbol that's indigo, kind of right between his eyebrow ridges. And I think Jacob also has that symbol. If he wants to toss that up there, it'd be a lot easier.
I will have to post it in just the Discord chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually,
if
you can post it.
Actually, yeah, let me try that.
You can. Yeah, but you see
I'll
the
just throw,
first.
yeah, I'll throw it in the chat.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the first of these characters, those of you that are sitting around the table, the strangers, so to speak, you recognize that this is a member of the Iron Court. Like you know that this man, this is Enoch. That assumption, like just the rumors you've heard, it kind of strikes you as a moment of like, oh shit, that's a guy. That's the guy. That's one of the guys. And we pan over and we see Emily's character. Emily, if you would like to.
Yeah. You see a large turtle. He is sipping a cocktail that looks vaguely like pond water. He wears a simple, well-kept tunic over chainmail that looks basically ornamental in comparison to his very thick shell, which is many layers thick, which would be showing his signs of age. But otherwise, he is very, very well kept.
And those of you around the table also recognize this as Sir Lenschel, another famed member of the Iron Quartet. It's it's one of those moments where you're like, like, holy shit, these are the guys. And you yeah, you actually, being perceptive folk that you actually have heard of some of the deeds that the Iron Quartet were able to achieve. Thankfully to Sir Lancelot and Enoch's ability, you know that Enoch was. You know, Enoch was very vital in the stopping of an illegal knucklehead fishing gang. There was a group of these other towns fishermen that were running this illegal knucklehead fishing. And he was the one that actually helped aid and stop that. And you know that Sir Lancelot. Man, I can't even read Sir. I think Emily should read off what Sir Lancelot is known for, because it is something.
We uncovered and dismantled the illicit gambling and performance-enhancing drug ring surrounding the town spelling bee.
So you guys are cops. You guys are cops.
They're adventurers.
Adventurers. Okay.
It's so good. But yeah, you guys are there in all of this portal and this orcish man, half orcish man. And as the oil lantern is lit up, the rest of the light cast light across y'all's faces. We're gonna go with Ethan. Ethan, if you would like to introduce your character, I will put him on screen.
Awesome.
Oh.
My character's name is Wesley. He is a half elf. He's about 6'5". He's got the black hair, black roots, and then white tips, should I say? He's got glasses on, and he does have brown eyes. They're a little tinted with like a very small hint of red. He's sitting very sophisticatedly, but also at the same time is downed in all black. And he has this cloak that is not currently over his head, so you can see his hair.
We pan over from this individual and we go over to Star's character. Star, if you would like to introduce your character, let me put her on screen.
Okay, so first thing you'll probably notice is you can't see her face. She has it covered in a black cloth. You
Scarf.
can't see through it.
So cool.
Scarf.
She is very elegantly dressed, but everything is covered but her hands. She has a belt that has a bunch of little tools and gadgets and whatnot. But you will notice she's not wearing any kind of or like heavy metal or anything like that. Mostly leather-based things. And she has a little crown of like thorny vines. No like kind of greenery or anything. And if you get a close enough look, you might see like a little necklace with little like constellations on it, and occasionally if you're staring really long you might see a large figurey shadow flicker behind her.
Even with the light from the lantern cast upon this individual, there's still much mystery that kind of surrounds her, as it's kind of hard to make out. Her head wrap, her headdress, her long scarf, as some would say, but it's canon now. But yeah, and then we pan over from that mysterious figure over to Craig's character. Craig, if you would like to introduce. Okay.
Sure. So Kitris, Valray, so the picture that I originally showed you guys basically looked like Santa Claus with wings and horns. I wanted him to look different, but I couldn't get AI to cooperate, but I finally did. And so I changed him to what I want him to be. So he's like equal parts adorable but terrifying at the same time. He's about 4'9". He looks like a mixture of like a goat and a tiefling. Big bat-like wings, and he's just super fucking jacked. But he's tiny and jacked, so it's quite the sight. Like piercing green eyes. His horns come up pretty high and curl around. He's got like claws, and like, you know, his legs go like back like a satyr's would, right? Like, as opposed to like just straight down like a humanoid. And unlike a tiefling normally, he has a lot of fur on his body. So he's got like a furry face, but like it's bare in the center. He's got like furry forearms, but you can see like skin, muscles. And all he basically wears is like an armored loincloth. That's it. And I'm going to actually post it in our chat so you get a really good idea of what he looks like.
Yeah, this as this character, yeah, and if you guys want to post y'all's pictures as well, just to have a reference or you know, anything like that, feel free to do that. Yeah, this furry creature, this furry guy, he's a strange sight. None of you would really have seen the likes of him ever, but you see that there are, you know, those equal parts of like teeth. He has the teeth that most people that have been around would know would be with that race. He is very much a strange guy, very swole guy. And with that, we're going to pan over to our last character, which is give me one moment. Gotta open this picture. There's a button.
He likes it.
This last character, Tyler, if you would like to go ahead and share your creature, share your guy.
Yeah. So his name's Antiochus Melivanum. So half his face is he's aged and saggy. Looks like life is like worn away at him and left kind of like a sad husk in his place. His eyes like clouded, almost like he's blind, but if you would look into it, you'd see kind of shapes flashing into existence, almost like seeing a silhouette in a fog, but never quite coming close enough to see what it is. The other half is like a youthful man full of vigor and life. There's still a sparkle of hope burning in his eyes, and he's still grounded firmly in the presence. And it looks like someone had taken two people that look similar, despite their age, and kind of sewn them together. The older one has white hair, although it looks disheveled and uncared for, and the younger one's clean shaven. And he wears a black overcoat, whose like best days have been long behind it, and the trim's worn away. But when it was newer, you'd imagine it would have had some gleaming color. He also has a kind of a normal kind of staff, and on top of it is perched like an owl. And that's it. That's him. Oh, he also has a little pendant, which is just like an hourglass. And if you look at that, you could kind of slowly see sands falling.
What color is your owl? Well,
he's white. He's white.
So this last character that y'all see is this. It's hard to describe. You see it in the front of you. It's something that probably takes most of you aback, but you know you're able to hide that if there's any kind of reaction. You're able to hide that. This cast around this table, these people, strange, they are unique, to say the least.
Of course, it's us.
And like I said before, to everyone but of course Enoch and Sir Lancelot, you are all excited to be working with two members of Iron Quartet. It is a big deal to you. And as I mentioned earlier, not much is known about them besides, of course, those two rumors that have leaked out about what they stopped and halted. And before much interaction with one another can happen, for any dialogue, let me get this picture off the screen. For any dialogue can occur, you hear the tavern door lock. You see it gets locked by Russell, that big, strapping bald man with this. He has like one of those little curly Q mustaches. Looks like he waxes his hair of. Something that Star would hate to see on a bald man or on any man in general. But nonetheless, they are locking the door, and they head in your direction, and they're grinning from ear to ear. They have this genuine happiness on their face. They look so. It's a weird contrast between the build and the facial expression. The build very menacing, very muscular. The facial expression is very welcoming, very warm. And as he gets close to the table, he's like, "Well, it seems enough have answered the call. Props to all of you for being more perceptive than the other Dell in town. With that being said, I expect a sense of discretion with what we will be talking about today. And of course, before anything can be discussed, there is some paperwork that will need to be taken care of. It's boring, I know, but there are going to be some signatures that will need to be signed, and all that boring stuff that no one really likes to do when it comes to adventuring jobs that are used with discretion. He pulls out a rather large and weather-worn rolled up piece of parchment, and he unrolls it. He kind of flicks it, and it unrolls on a table for you. And he produces an owl feather from out of his pocket with a quill and an ink pot to go. An owl feather quill and an ink pot. And he then see him sign his signature on the parchment. It says Russell Willowbrook. It's just a quick signature. It's very beautiful. And he slides everything, the ink pot, the owl feather, and the parchment over more so into the center of the table. And he says, read over that as much as you like. Feel uneasy about this, discuss with those at the table, and if you come to the conclusion that you are truly unfit to sign and to participate, then I will escort you out of the establishment, and you will have to live with the knowledge that you refused to answer the call when it so strongly chose you and you so strongly earned it. When you have all signed, call me back over. I'll be over at the bar. All right, he stands up before any of y'all can talk and leaves, leaving you all there to sit around the table, strangers to each other, besides, of course, the Iron Quartet members, with a piece of parchment, an ink pot, and a owl feather quill.
Would Enoch and Sir Lancelot have already read over and signed something similar before?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Enoch would want to read it.
I'd
Yeah,
want to
for
read it too.
Yeah, for sure. I will. I'll just read it out loud for everyone. So you all, give them a chance. You all read it to yourselves. It reads: the individuals who have signed this document are of sound mind and body. They are responsible for their actions, accept the dangers if they present themselves, and on good judgment are entrusting others who have agreed to these terms as temporary partners, regardless of personal ideals. This temporary partnership will move forward under the name of the Highest Distance Guards. That's all it reads, and you see at the bottom there's an open portion of the parchment that's left blank for the signatures to be added, and you see Russell Willowbrook's signature neatly there.
Seems reasonable enough.
Does it look like there's any hidden writing or stuff like that? Like, could I hover it over a fire and see if that?
Yeah, you can make an
anything?
investigation check on it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Investigation. I got a 25.
That's a really good roll. It looks like sound. It's a sound piece of parchment. Sound in mind. There's no. That's a really good roll, actually. But even with the good investigation skill, there's nothing else to discern from this paper. It's very much what it's presenting itself to.
Okay, what was our party name again? Just one more time.
The High Assistant Guards.
I'll sign it. Antiochus. Malevolent.
Assistance like apostrophe S, or assistance like you are giving assistance to something?
Like you're giving assistance to someone.
Okay.
So much better name. I signed it as well.
Alright.
No fancy business. Just do it.
And you guys, as you are signing, feel free to interact with one another. Russell is not near y'all. He's over at the bar.
Yeah, is
Kind of has your back turned. He has his back turned away from y'all to give y'all privacy in the sense.
if anyone's watching it, all as Kitris signs it, it starts off like this elegant script, but then it just scratch, almost like a seismograph. And then he just pushes, and then he just pushes it away.
I'm just gonna try. Since I'm smaller, I think I'm smaller than the veiled lady. I'm gonna try to just kind of look under the veil.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Before I ask you to make a roll, Star, is there any way for him to see anything if he tries that, or so it's just like a shawl? It's just completely. Yeah. So you try without a roll. You try, and it's very hard to see. It's very much a piece that is just solid. It's just stuck. But you can't really make out more than what she seems to be from the outside.
And you'll see her notice you, and her eye, you'll see like blue brightness from her where her eyes would be, and then they fade.
Whoa.
Cool eyes. Cool eyes. And then I'll wander away. I'll just keep looking at her though, to see if her eyes keep lighting up or not.
So far, 3 of you have signed the document. I think just confused. 3 of you have signed the document. The rest of you see the others around this table begin to sign the document. Sign this document. Are you all participating in signing the document, or are you having some thoughts about signing it? What's going on?
Do we know anything of what we're supposed to be getting into?
Are you asking that out of character, like just to me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
You don't know really much. You feel as if that maybe more information will be disclosed once the signatures have been acquired.
But
basically, you're thinking you're signing like the NDA. That's basically what you're saying.
okay, would my character know if signing this would be for good? Like, she knows that the Iron Quartet has been doing good things?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The Iron Quartet has a very positive,
Okay.
atmosphere
Then
around.
she will sign it, and it will be very pretty handwriting. But it's just one name.
The other 2 of you, are y'all signing it as well?
Who's
If
left
you're
other than me?
I think it's you, Ethan, and it's I think Enoch, unless I misheard.
Yeah.
No,
I
he
just
said he
said
signed
red.
it.
Yeah.
I-
I said red
It's
early
just
on.
you. It's just you, buddy.
I'm just gonna look around the table. Everyone signed it then? Yeah?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, just gotta make sure. Sir,
There we go.
I got a question for you. And I'm asking the guy, the one that...
Russell?
Yeah, Russell. I forgot his name, sorry.
Yes. What is it, my
Sh-
young man?
Sorry, how much money does this entail?
Sign that document, and I will tell you that information.
It's one of those.
Okay. Alright. I sign it. It's really elegantly, and then there's a crescent moon at the end.
He's still sitting at the bar.
While he's signing it, I will go over to Sir Lancelot's shell and kind of just poke it and see if it's like as hard as it looks.
You know,
It is.
turtles and tortoises can feel you touching their shell.
I'm just
Yes.
curious.
Yeah, Emily, what's your shell feel like?
I mean,
Or
it's
their scars.
hard.
It's
And-
blown.
There might be like, yeah, no. I mean, I'm gonna. Sorry, if you ever know more about turtles than me, please say it. Please just speak up. But yeah, it's it's bones, so it's hard.
You're
could be
right.
Soft shell tortoise. You never know. That would probably be very sad and depressing for
Maybe like a sea turtle.
Yeah.
Rogers.
Are there any? What's the design look like on the back?
Oh.
Is it? I saw you had like a star something tortoise.
Oh god. Well, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, the shell. If you look at the picture she
I
posted-
liked.
Yeah, the picture you posted, the design on that kind of looks.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's like star something tortoise. Hold on.
He'll just try to touch it and hope like once or twice just to feel it, and then he'll kind of like walk away, supporting himself on his older side, like leaning on his staff. He'll hope you didn't notice though.
He noticed, but he's not gonna deal with that.
You gain valuable information from touching the shell. It is very much a hard shell. Yeah, so Russell, he's sitting at the bar. He's just kind of waiting on you guys to call him back over. He's still trying to stay out of your business, let y'all open up to each other. All that. If you want to call him back over, he'll happily come.
I'll call him over. Yes, over here, we're done. Hurry up, please.
Huzzah! Yes! Woo! Yes!
Okay.
Yes! Alright, I thank you for your compliance. Let's discuss business, shall we? I have been hired by an important figure within Icewind Dale who so chooses to remain anonymous until the job has been completed. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
If we guess it, will you tell us, or?
Sure. Let's play that.
Is it Nerith? Is it the townspeaker?
No.
I'm out of guesses.
Alright.
Wow.
I love it.
That was a good guess. Good try. Where was I? Oh yes, okay. They decide they want to remain anonymous, of course. So, earlier this morning, our client received some damning information. A long-standing friend of theirs has been kidnapped by one of the many savage orc tribes that inhabit the frozen wilderness. Now, this friend who has been kidnapped is the daughter of a notable royal family within Waterdeep. You know, high clientele, high quality stuff. We will refer to her as Miss T. She was transporting a item recently purchased by my client. And before you ask, no, I do not know what the item is. Could be anything. But thankfully, once you have rescued Miss T, she would know where it is, and if I was a guessing man, those damn orcs probably have it. They're probably hoarding it somewhere. This is your mission. You're going to save Miss T and retrieve the item. Any questions? Huzzah! Yes!
What happens if we fail?
If you fail, I would assume you have died.
Okay.
In retrieval, your body will become one with the wilderness, or the orcs may eat you. Very nasty stuff, very nasty. We will give your grave sites a participation ribbon for attempting this. Do you have another question? I saw you raise your hand.
So the orcs are bad here? Like, they're bad?
Well, not
Categorically?
not all orcs are bad. These are savages. These are freaks. These are they're savages.
I'll look over to Enoch real quick, and then I'll turn my head back.
What's your passive perception, Enoch?
Perception. It is 12.
Yeah, that's not really high enough to see that kind of subtle look over.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
I mean, Enoch, he's been around enough. He knows the drill.
Earlier my tall, white-haired man, elf boy. I forgot what you are, Ethan. I forgot what you described yourself as.
Me?
Yes. What was your character?
I'm a half elf. Half elf.
Yeah. Russell turns to
half
you.
elf.
Russell turns to you. You asked about payment earlier, and fear not,
Yeah.
compensation. It's going to be rewarded. It's pretty awesome. I know. My client, she is willing to pay. Fuck, would I lose my spot? They are willing to pay you 300 gold a piece. And also, as part of your reward, each of you are going to be allowed to keep the axe beaks that we are going to issue. They are
The
currently
axe
saddled out beaks. Yeah, they are these birds that we use to transport to and from across these lands. They aid in transportation. They make traveling a lot. Especially in this dire time, with something so critical, saving a royal family member and retrieving an item that was purchased by my client. They will make you hopefully get there in time before both are lost. Now these axe beaks, they are older birds, but with that age it comes a little bit of experience. Of course. They are still as fast as most. They they're no young spring chicken, as I like to say, but they have been trained obviously to flee from battle if it ever arises. So they're not meant for fighting. God forbid. They are not meant for that. They are meant for transportation. They do not have names, but the boys of the stable, we all refer to them as the domesticated. I know. Oh, crazy name. Yeah, the domesticated. It's a flock back there. The boys were playing with the idea of calling them the Golden Girls, but they found out that two of them were boys, so it kind of was awkward. And honestly, I think the domesticated sounds a little more tough. Innocent. It's weird.
Is it? That's okay.
The domesticated, yes, they are. Cool bunch. Any questions so far? Do I need to go back over anything? We need to.
I think we got the gist.
If you look
raised
over,
your hand again.
I was just gonna say, if you look over at Kitris, he's like super antsy, but like just like covering his mouth. He doesn't.
Russell looks over to you. Did my drink make you sick?
Mm-mm.
Please don't tell me that. Okay. Awesome. Wicked. You raised your hand again. Oh, you raised your hand as well. Okay. Yeah. Bring the questions on.
Who else raised their hand? Sorry.
The gentleman here.
Keeps having questions.
He could go first. It's totally fine.
All right.
Do they have names besides like the domesticated?
No. We found it was better to not give them individual names. It kind of breeds a little bit of an emotional attachment to the creature. So if times ever get tough and we have to, kill one to eat it, it makes it a little bit easier. But they are called the domesticated, so you can just refer to them as domesticated 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, honestly, these are going to be your bird axe beaks at the end of the day, so you feel free to give it whatever name you want. You form an attachment with it. If they die,
Sure.
I don't know how to help you with that.
Okay, I'll hobble over to the door, like I'm really excited to.
Wait,
finally
where
get-
are you going? We haven't finished we haven't finished our.
No, I'm just waiting by the door.
Oh, okay. Russell sees you. Oh, okay. Russell looks over towards. I'm gonna butcher y'all's names until I hear them 5,000 times.
Yeah.
Ethan, what's your character's name again?
Heise.
Heise. Yeah. What was your question?
I was just wondering what drink you made. It's really lovely.
Yes, I know. I'm a fine craftsman.
What is it made out of, if you don't mind me asking?
That is a trade secret, and even though you signed a contract, I don't really know you, so I don't really think I could tell you that. Maybe once this is all said and done, if you come back by, obviously you can buy a couple L's here and there. I can slowly, over many months and many years, slowly teach you how to make.
Oh, okay then.
The main ingredient, though, it will surprise you, is ice.
I could have never thought that.
Holy crap.
Yeah, kind of wild. Did you get it from outside?
Oh. No. He's
Insight
saying,
check on
yeah,
that.
go ahead and make an insight check. What's your passive insight, actually? Your
It's
passive
that
insight might be...
artisanal ice.
Passive insight is a 14.
Yeah, even with the passive insight of 14. Yeah, he's lying, right? You see it. He's saying, no. Only the finest ice from... we actually ship it in from, of all places, Waterdeep. It's so... you would think that there isn't a much ice salesmanship in Waterdeep, but hey, we find a way, I guess.
Yeah.
He looks away.
As I know he's lying, I proceed to just slightly put the drink down and look at people and just shake my head a little no.
As you're asking that question, Russell looks over to Caldron. And he sees that your body language looks a little different. He's like, are you okay, ma'am? Mister, are you okay?
Why, yes.
What's up, Bob? You look like you have like some tension or some like unanswered question that you're brimming to ask, but you just don't know how to ask it.
Well, I'm just gonna say, I'm perfectly fine. And then Craig's character is gonna hear in his head, only him. Are you alright? In a really creepy, whispery voice.
And can I answer that?
You can, I won't hear you, I don't think. Hold on.
Oh.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. So speak
But,
telepathically with you.
Oh, can they?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can.
mind
You don't need
thing?
to share a language. You don't need to share a language with the creature.
Cool, yeah, you can.
We're gonna say, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language. They can.
Well, I'm
Yeah, they
speaking
can-
common, so.
You guys can speak
hopefully-
telepathically for an hour when she does this.
So
An hour.
so Kitris would be like startled, but not like scared. He wouldn't have expected it, but he'd like look around and look for like who would have done that. And are you actually looking at me?
Yeah, you'll see her eyes flare like a blue and then fade.
You'll just hear I'm all right, and then you'll also hear, "Are you really though?" And that's it.
Wait, did you say I'm alright and then you said, are you really though?
Yeah, you will hear a voice question me saying I'm all right to you.
Okay, and then you'll just hear. She'll just say, interesting.
And Kitris just nods.
Meanwhile, the whole time this is going on, Russell he sees that you're unwilling. You say you're fine. He's just awkwardly standing there smiling, looking at the rest of you.
So Russell,
Yes, Enoch.
yes. I'm assuming we have kind of a general direction or destination in mind.
Oh my! I can't believe I forgot. That's why you are a esteemed member of the Iron Quartet. Thank you for that. That is a good question. He thumbs back at you. So yeah, you do. Yeah, you'll need direction. What? He reaches into a pocket and pulls out this very rough-looking circular stone. The stone itself it's nothing special. It's like a river. It looks like a river rock. It's very lumpy, very misshapen. However, the center of this stone is missing. There's like a little central. So it looks as if you can. You see Russell. He places up to his eye, and you see his eye peering through it. And he says, "Peering through this will help guide you. It has been enchanted to aid in the retrieval of Miss T. Now, it will only show you the direction that you go. It's kinda up to you to get there in one piece, but you are all hardy-looking individuals. Oh, shoot, one second, I will be right back. He leaves the table with the rock in hand, heads behind the bar, begins to rummage around. You hear bottles clanking and clanking around, and he reappears and he walks back over to you, clutching 6 vials of red liquid, to which he places down on the table before you. All right, yeah, I don't know why I didn't bring this out already. Amateur, I know. This is in case you guys get in a pickle. These will restore some vitality back into you. He puts down in front of you 6 calm and health potions. And then he puts the rock down, and he like taps the rock. Yeah, if anyone wants to look through that, you can see what I'm talking about this directional navigation that I was talking about.
I almost said Ichabod. Enoch would reach out and take a look through it if nobody else does first.
Yeah, so when you put it up to your eye, You see, it's just think of like an old video game. It's just an arrow floating.
I love
it.
it.
And then when you
That's
move the
great.
arrow, the arrow turns towards the direction you need to go.
That's
It doesn't tell you any distance, like
Yeah.
like 500 meters. It's just like an arrow that's just.
It's like, well, this is
Like
pretty
pulsing.
basic, but I think it'll do a good job.
Yeah, it's we gotta whip it up quick, for the job. Obviously, this is short notice. Thankfully, you all answered the call quickly. So, yes. One more thing. Oh, yes.
As Enoch like picked it up, my guy was like hobbling over there, and he was about to get it. He picked it up, and my guy's just kind of looking up at him now, like waiting for the eyeglass.
Yeah, Enoch, you see this this smaller fellow.
Whatever that thing is. Do you want to look through this?
Yeah, he'll take it.
You put it up to your eye as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time when you look through it, it's a floating arrow as well, but it looks like there's like some like clocks that are floating around. It's like a bunch of clocks that are just clicking around it or whatever. And you like blink your eye for a second, and it's just like it goes back to just that floating arrow. It's bobbing.
Oh. Ooh. And then he'll give it back to the tall guy. Enoch.
Thank you.
There you go.
These
Yeah,
are
for
cool,
reference.
right?
Yeah.
For reference, Tyler's character's a halfling, so he is very, very tiny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
so that's why he's like reaching up for you.
Right. Oh, in that case, yes, thank you. That is pretty nifty.
And then he'll hobble back over to the door, and he'll kind of look at his hourglass, and
Mhm.
just kind of hold it like he's impatient, like almost how someone would look at their watch, be like,
How tall are you, actually?
I'm 3 feet.
3 feet, okay.
Yeah.
How tall is
Oh.
Sir Lancelot?
6 feet.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good
Big
job.
turtle.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
And then Hyson, if I'm mispronouncing your name,
Hyson.
6'5". You
Hyson.
said
Yeah.
that. Enoch, how tall are you again?
I said 6'4".
6'4". And then
Oh,
Caldra,
wow.
how tall are you?
Got an inch.
5'4".
5'4". And then our little friend,
I'm 4'9".
Ketris, is that how you
It's
say
I'm as short as a tiefling can possibly be.
This is why Iron Quartet
You-
reigns.
You gotta range here. There's a range.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell sees you kind of impatiently tap on your little amulet. And he's like, oh, last thing, and then you guys can set out.
Excellent.
When you succeed, do not come back here. Obviously, you're gonna want to head to the. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're gonna want to head to the Luskin Arms on the other side of town. I will be with the contact. They will pay you. I think you guys are ready. You guys are all kind of answered the call. You got signed the contract, parchment, NDA, all that good stuff. So good luck. Farewell. So long.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah,
Can I-
you-
Saying goodbye.
Can I insight check him? Is he
Yeah, what
like
do you-
actually happy, or is he like putting on a front?
Yeah, you can make an insight check to kind of read his body language on that.
22.
He does actually seem pretty happy.
Okay.
Abnormally happy, but he's happy. And he's like, good luck to you all. Farewell. May the High Assistance Guards do great things today and tomorrow. Who knows?
I'll go out the door, and then I'll just, as I'm out the door, I'll be like, what a weird name. Keep going.
Like, well,
You just
wish
by
somebody
yourself?
else named us, 'cause otherwise,
You would never.
discussed it forever. I never come up with one.
Yeah, so y'all see one of these newer members of the newly formed party head out of the tavern. What are the rest of you crazy kids getting?
I guess we should go get some
Yeah.
speaks.
Sir Lancelot, who has been completely still this entire time with his bottle of pond scum, slowly rises from the table, and you see his full size. Enoch, I believe it is time for us to go forth.
Yes.
That is bold. That was cool.
Yes.
And Enoch, you can tell Enoch thinks very highly of Sir Lancelot. It's like, Yes, Sir Lancelot.
I love it.
Lead the way.
Start
Some
slowly
assembly, like-
walking the door.
Yeah, as Sir Lancelot, with each heavy footstep, walks out of the tavern. Are the rest of you guys following in suit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the little tiefling, and I'm just gonna grab him by the arm and link arms, and be like, "You ready?"
Kitris looks up at her, grabs his drink, and chugs the rest of it, and
Oh my.
gently removes his arm, not like in any type of offense or anything. Like he wants to make sure that you realize that this isn't like one of those like get the fuck off me moments. And then his wings go out, and he just kind of raises like 5 feet off and just flutters towards the door.
Yeah.
Well then, okay.
What do your wings look like? They're very much like the picture you posted.
Yeah, they're like demon bat-like wings. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, these leathery wings just like flies out of the
Yeah,
tavern.
but with like fur along the like top ridges.
So it's more of like a muffled flap
Yeah, just
with the fur. So you guys are all outside. You see this, you're the halfling gentleman, the younger halfling guy, waiting out there. And as you guys kind of all walk out, did you want?
I wanted to get the biggest one.
Okay, you go out. You go out first, obviously. You remember Russell saying something about there in the back. You go around the corner. You see that there are 6 axe beaks. They're all pretty much. They look identical. They're pretty basic looking. They are really old. There is one that's just 2 inches taller than the rest of them.
I'm like struggling to climb on its back with half of my body being old. I'm like,
So the rest.
really struggling.
So the rest of you guys come out around the corner and see the scene of this halfling attempting to climb this axe beak by himself, which is it's pretty embarrassing to watch because these axe beaks are saddled already. So it's not like he can't get up the saddle, but he just seems so determined not to use the saddle.
I'm gonna use my staff to push me up.
I'm gonna go help. Yeah, I was about to say I'll go help him.
And like Anticus, how do you say his name?
Antiochus.
Antiochus. Like Antiochus.
You're welcome.
And like Antiochus, you die. Your heart, your old side's the heart side of your heart, and you have a heart attack. You all see these very mundane looking axe beaks. They're all this grayish white. There is one that's just slightly taller. This one that Antiochus is climbing. And when you guys all come out, several of the axe beaks look over and see Sir Lancelot like, who? And they start shaking a little bit.
Are we gonna make some magic happen because like I'm big?
And then unbeknownst to you, there is a smaller squat one that you see that it was standing on its tippy toes, attempting to blend in with the herd. And it sinks down, and you see that its legs are just tree trunks. It's got some fucking cankles. It's got some big meaty legs. And that one kind of like it like gnaws at you.
Not back.
But these are all very much older axe beaks. You can see they have battle scars, of course, but they're not typical battle scars. You assume that they're probably from very rigorous training, some whipping to get them into shape. They are not. They do not seem to have had an easy life. They have seemed to be. They have one purpose, and that is to be trained to be ridden. And they are very much have that. They have that that dynamic established. So all of you approach, and they are eagerly awaiting you all to scale them up.
Not Ichabod, Enoch. Just, I guess, picks a random one and says, domesticated 3, we're about to go on a fine adventure.
The axe beak just like looks at you, and like gives like a half shrug with his head.
So are we already like adept with them? We don't need to do the training, or?
You see that from the initial appearance of how these axe beaks have been trained. These are for more or less, these are the petting zoo axe beaks there for little kids to ride on.
Nice.
You don't have disadvantage. You are just
Yeah,
instantly trained when you get on these. They are trained.
So Kitris will just float over to one, boost themselves up a little bit, and just like perch on top of it like a gargoyle on the edge of a building. Like they won't like straddle it. They'll just be like, but they'll like try not to dig their talons into their claws into the bird.
Yeah, when you land, you're it's actually kind of hard for your talons to even try to pierce their skin because it's a scar. There's a scar. Like when you land there, you feel like a scar, like hardened.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Okay. And then Kitris will like look over to Caldra and just like
And she'll say, "Yes."
and you'll hear, "I'm sorry, nothing against you. It's just," and then you'll hear another voice cut him off. "No, it's something against you. Don't believe him." And then he just like hangs his head and looks away.
And he'll hear back, "We're gonna be great friends."
And then like you see Kitris is like, he just kind of like raises up a little bit and looks over and smiles, but then like retreats again.
Yeah, you the rest of y'all see Kitris doing this, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And he's not discreet about it.
Yeah. Tieflings, man. Tieflings.
Yeah, I just look over. I guess that's something he does.
I'm sorry.
And
And you're
I'll
just like, man, I don't know about this. So Lancelot, this is not like the Iron Quartet.
oh
We will let their actions speak for them.
oh
Yes, you're very wise.
I'll look over to the half elf.
I knew better than that.
I look over to the half elf and I'm like, "Thank you for helping me up. Thank you."
We're just gonna help a gentleman in need, you know?
Yep.
Then after that, I'll walk to my axe beak, give it a little pet, and then hop on.
Yeah, it's when you go to pet it, it's like it doesn't have a reaction. You feel that it's been trained to not react to. I mean, it's being petted, right? Every animal's instinct is to like lean into it, but it doesn't lean in. It's just like staying steady and sturdy. You can see that it's very disciplined. You guys are all atop your axes at this point. There are Delpho moving about Targos. It is a bustling city. People aren't really paying attention to you. There are adventuring parties that come through in and out, and even though it's so obvious that there's Sir Lancelot and Enoch, famed members of the Iron Quartet, people are just so oblivious to the fact that there's famed adventurers here that they're just like they don't even notice. So you're not drawing a crowd. But you guys are all top of your axe beaks. Where y'all headed to? Where y'all going?
So Enoch is just gonna. I guess he still has the guide stone. What do we want to call it? So he'll look through it. Say, "Are we ready?"
I mean, I'd assume so. We're all on the axe beaks.
Onwards!
I'll ask if can I have it? And he'll just keep spasming his hand like.
I can't wait for Antiochus's uppies.
How about next time we check directions? I'll let you look at it.
Okay. Okay.
So, Enoch, you look through this little stone that has a hole. And you see that the arrow itself, it's bobbing up and down gently. Every now and then you see it where there's like a quick little bob, like it's like a little stutter, a little glitch kind of thing. But it's bobbing ever so faintly, and you see that it's pointing you to the northeast, and it's pointing like directly at Kelvin's Cairn, which is this large, massive mountain that just looms in the background of all of Icewind Dale. It's this huge, huge mountain. It's pointing in that general direction, so like a northeastern direction out of Targos.
Well, it looks like we're heading towards the mountain.
Yeah. And I start going.
Yeah, with the cry of onward by Sir Lancelot. The party the party heads out.
Lancelot's just a calming presence.
Yeah. Let me change this. Actually, let me just stop. What the hell? I typed spot instead of stop. Can't believe I don't have this prepped.
I can't believe it.
I'll also just tell Demetrius, my owl, that he can go hunt or look, but stay close. And if he sees anything, he come back and squawk or whatever. Hoot.
Yeah. So you tell Demetrius this. As you guys are right now, I'll wait for Kirk. Oh yeah, what do you want to do?
I just wanted to ask what time of day it was.
So you guys were able to answer this call relatively quick. It is early in the morning, about the crack of dawn. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Very early start. But you feel that it was kind of the way Russell was presented. It was a very important mission. There's time is of the essence kind of thing. It's why axe speaks were rewarded to you all. To you, it kind of feels like this is like a same day, same completion kind of mission. Like this is
Okay.
like one and done.
Okay.
Especially since with the 300 gold price payment,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Gonna need
That's a lot of money in Iceland, especially for each of you. That's a lot.
Oh shit.
That's a lot of fucking money. I'll wait for Craig to get back. There's just like we'll just do like small like montage of you guys bopping up and down through the snow. I'm gonna wait for Tyler to come back.
Oh, sorry.
Here, let me get up real quick.
Alright.
Walk away. Hopefully he comes back.
Oh, Tyler said it's here. Perfect. All right, so you guys, yeah. So as you know, you all mounted, you all headed out. Antichius sent his owl, Demetrius. He sent his owl out ahead. It's kind of like flying in front of you. It's not really gaining much speed in front of you because the axe speaks travel fast. Like they are a fast traveling bird. So, and the winds up in the higher atmosphere, up in the atmosphere are strong. So the bird's like it's keeping like the even pace. It's even losing some. So like sweet like dive bombs like rides the winds. But you guys are making your way across this country.
Get my way.
You're off the beaten road. You saw that the road out of Targos headed off to the east towards East Haven, Goodmead, all those other towns to the east of Bryn Shander, all those fun towns over there. And you guys don't travel that road. You see the road and you just beeline it towards Kelvin Cairns, northeast, into the wilderness, into the unknown, and you ride for several hours. You departed from town 8 o'clock. You ride for several hours. And along this journey, you pass various dead bushes, some small patches of vegetation. And then as your axe speaks, they speed across this icy terrain. They're not buffeted by the constant fall of snow or the harsh winds. You see several strange things in this portion of the ride, on this little montage journey through the wilderness. And if you think your character would stop to kind of investigate these things that you'll see along the way, please let me know. I'll go slow, I'll go slow. I'll do one at a time. Pause, and if you guys want to interact, just let me know. So during the first hour of your travels, you see it's strange to you, Antichius, because Demetrius, he lands on your shoulder, and you see as you get in, you see dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of white owls, all flying overhead, flying into the wilderness. You see some are flocking together, and you see it looks like there's a little bit of a little grouping, a little flock of them that are kind of flying over the heads of all of y'all. But you just see this crazy amount of just white owls.
I'll tell Dimitri, get off my shoulder, you're hurting me. You're get on the staff. I don't think I can understand him. Oh, I can telepathically communicate with it, but I don't know if he can talk back to me. But
Let me see what Al's intelligence score is.
it's not very high.
They're wise. They're not intelligent.
He probably
Yeah.
he probably won't speak directly back sense, but he will know what you're saying, and he's wise enough to understand what.
So, what do they want?
Ooh,
Yeah, I'll look back. Guys, do you guys know what that's about?
You're the one with the owl. I've not come across this before. I don't think.
I love that sound.
With my background, would I have any idea? Would I know if this is out of the normal or?
Actually, if all y'all want to make like nature checks for me, I think that would be, regardless of backgrounds, I think a nature check would probably make sense here. Or if there's a better skill that you think would, maybe a survival skill, maybe that would probably be.
I got 13.
9.
Ooh, let's go. Dirty 20.
I also got a dirty 20.
Lila?
Okay.
15.
I'll tell what you get.
22.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay, so those of you that got above a 12, there's gonna be some information for those above 12, and there's gonna be some information for those above 20. Those of you above a 12, this is a large amount of fucking owls. This is weird. You know, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out. But you know that owls usually, don't quote me on this because I don't know. Jacob don't know. But owls, they usually, you know, they flock together. Assume.
What's that
It's
expression?
it's a parliament if you want to know.
Oh, actually, I do remember that because I looked it up. I do remember that now. Yeah, I think you remember that. There's a parliament of owls. That's what the group's called. You have heard about owls flocking together. But with those of you that are above a 12, they don't flock together with this many fucking owls. Like, this is an astronomical amount of owls. Those of you above a 20, you think back. You think everything you've known in life. There's not many owls in Icewind. It seems that the owl population of Icewind Dale has dwindled. It's been relatively known owls have slowly become more and more extinct here. You see all these owls, and you think that these owls aren't. It's weird because you know owls are extinct here, but these owls, they are snowy white. They blend in with snow. Obviously, they belong in this environment, but these owls, you know, do not belong in this region. These owls are. It's a foreign bird species because the regular population of owls has gone extinct, and it is abnormal to see. You know, it's abnormal to see one random invasive owl, one different style of owl in the region. This is a huge, just wave of owls. It takes you back. It's very unsettling. There's a little bit of an unsettling. It's like sits in your stomach. It's very strange.
It's nothing different for Kitris. They already have a lot of anxiety and unsettling feeling, but they're pointing up and just shaking their head if anyone's looking at them.
Can you go talk to them?
And Kitris speaks to you all for the first time. He's like, "Really?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you could go. Okay.
No. What? No.
Demetrius can go up with you.
Well, I mean, can't Demetrius just go up by him? And then he gets cut off. He's like, "Fuck Demetrius." And he's like, "No, that's not polite. Can't Demetrius go up by himself and come report back to you?"
I don't think Demetrius can't. I can talk to Demetrius, but Demetrius can't really talk to me. We do like a charades type thing.
Well, I can't talk to Demetrius.
Well, he was like
I can't talk to him today, but maybe tomorrow.
Demetrius, can you go see what they want? And he'll start moving his staff like to throw Demetrius off.
And it flaps off. You watch Demetrius climb up into the sky into this parliament. And he flies up, and there are owls that are kind of like encircling. It's like they're encircling, just like kind of what birds do. They like fly overhead. Demetrius goes up there and instantly gets attacked by these owls.
No.
The owls, they're not killing them or anything, but they like, you see that he's actually getting bullied up there. They are like, they're somewhere flying, like wing checking him, and he's like, and spirals a little bit, and it comes back up, and then yeah, it seems that these owls aren't very friendly.
Come back, Demetrius. Come back.
Yeah, he flies back down, and he's like, oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. They weren't nice to Demetrius. That's what I'm getting.
Oh.
Are
Pretty sure
they
they're not
heading
from
towards
here.
a certain? Yeah. Are they going somewhere or fleeing? Does it look like they're fleeing or heading somewhere?
It looks like they're stagnant. It looks like they're stationary where they're at. I mean, some of them are flying. There's that bunch above you that's flying, but the rest of them are all kind of just like on the ground, on the ice. On the snow. Yeah, it's like you ever see like a bunch of like blackbirds in like a parking lot, like a Walmart parking lot or something.
Yeah.
It's very much that setting, very much that. There's a bunch of owls just on the ground, and it's hard for you to like actually realize it until you see like their eyes blinking independently and their heads like turning around. It's very strange, but yeah, that's like the first hour of your travels. That's the weird thing you see. They're just stagnant. They're not moving.
It is weird.
They're just chilling.
If anyone looks over at Kitris, he's definitely having a conversation with himself right now. Like, just like very hushed, like on the back of his bird.
Enoch just shakes his head.
I think I would be like, what are you thinking about? What?
So,
Are you tell me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not thinking. I'm just talking, just quietly.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm telling the other one that he needs to cut it out. That's it.
He'll like squint. The other one? Is there? And he'll like look around.
I'm like,
That
do you
imagery- the
need
imagery from
glasses?
Tyler's character saying that, like, the old
Like, do-
young man.
Do you need glasses?
No, I'm trying to see if there's someone else here that I can.
Oh no. He's with me. And he's like, you goddamn right I am. I'm like, see?
Oh.
He's not very nice though.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like he's like up here.
Well, a little more than up here. Yeah, but yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of character, Craig, do we hear this other voice? When
Yeah, you absolutely do. You hear both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a different.
So you have another voice. Star has some kind of shadowy figure trailing her.
You
What the
can't
heck?
see it all the time.
Right. Sir Lancelot.
It's if you
what have you
really
got?
focus.
I mean, Enoch, right? It just means you have more in your party, right? Instead of 6, there's 8 of us? I mean, that we know of. So.
I would drive my axe beak just closer to Sir Lancelot, because Sir Lancelot makes me feel safe.
That's very valid.
Yeah, Sir Lancelot, you see, you notice Antichias, like, come on.
Give him a nod.
He'll just smile at you.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
you guys,
Kitris goes
you
back
guys-
to talking to himself.
Yeah, you guys trot on a little bit. You trot on past these owls, this parliament. Damn it! I'm sad I didn't make that joke.
That was
That's a good one.
Unintentional. I apologize.
Oh, I didn't hear it. What did you say?
I said those
Weird
weird
owls.
owls.
Weird Al.
Mm-mm.
There's one out there singing songs, singing some very copyrighted songs, some covers.
Yep.
So you guys, that's what you see at the first hour mark. At the second hour mark, you come across a large field of this is the sprawling field of what looks like large 4 to 6 foot pillars of snow. There's no uniformity in them. They are Each pillar is lumpy. It's just out of place. It's not naturally formed by wind and snow. But there's just it's like a little pillar city. There's just so many snow pillars ranging from 4 to 6 feet high, and it's just strange as you're like riding past it. Oh.
How many of them?
Oh, it's like a whole field. Just imagine like a whole field of
Okay.
these pillars just.
Yeah, Kitris will like remain their like perched figure, but like kind of like hop to rotate and like look directly at them as opposed to like peripheral.
Yeah.
And just like cock his head. Anyone know what those are?
Snow pillars.
And when you say that, the other voice says, "Yeah, obviously, you fucking idiot."
Have I read about them before?
I'll smack you.
Antichias, no, you haven't read about these. This isn't a natural. This is like it's one of those like it's not natural. It's weird.
Or unnaturalness.
Let's go touch it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, how are we gonna know what they are unless we interact with them?
Kitris raises up off their axe beak and floats over to one and tries to perch on top of it.
Okay, yeah, you flap over there, you fly over there, and you land on top. Or are you just like straight on top of the pillar?
Yeah, just directly on top, like a bird perches on, a post.
Yeah, as
in
you
the
land,
sea.
the pillar, it's solid. You land on it's solid. It's not like it doesn't break apart like snow. You would imagine you would sink a little bit, but it's just solid.
Can I try to like flap my wings to blow some of the snow away?
Yeah, you begin to flap and flutter, and the snow remains intact. It does not spray out.
Interesting.
I'll probably ride over there and start hitting it with my staff.
The same one I'm on?
It could be a different one.
So I was gonna say, if it's the same one, I would float a little bit if you started doing that.
I would just hit whatever the closest one is with my staff and see if that does anything.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. You can attack.
I'm not very good at this. Okay. 12.
Yeah, that hits. How much damage does that do? Interesting.
A D6. Hang on. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you hit it with your stick, and it's very hard. It's very compact. Like you hit it, it's like a thud. It's like, doop. Like it feels like you hit like an icicle, like something really hard. The snow pillar itself, when you hit it, you see like its uniformity kind of like falters a little bit, and you see like a smaller snow pillar like pop out from the center of it, like it like falls down. Like so, imagine this like it's just like a pillar, and then just for visual representation, it's gonna be my arm. Like a second pillar falls down. Very bumpy.
I'm gonna go over to the second one and start hitting it with my stuff.
So you're gonna the smaller one that's kind of like attached to this main pillar. Yeah, you hit the smaller one and make another attack.
6.
You go to hit it and you kind of miss. It's very embarrassing.
I'm gonna
you like
try.
slip on a patch of ice.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay, roll another.
13.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, and then I do another 4 damage.
All right. So as you break contact with that, you see that you hit it again, and like another secondary like snow pillar pops out. I need all of you to like roll initiative for me.
Alright.
Ooh.
I love this so much.
Well, that's fucking garbage.
Got a 20.
I got.
So I'll go around and call you. So Sir Lancelot got a 20, nat 20. What's your total? 21.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
just 20. Minus
just 20?
0.
So 20. We'll go to Ketris.
5.
Stretch. We'll go to Antichias.
Antiochus.
Antiochus.
10. At least we're already there, you know.
We'll go to Heise. I'm so
I
sorry,
say, yeah,
guys.
yeah. No, you're
Okay.
good.
There you go.
23.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Beat Sir Lancelot. Within that 20. We're gonna go to
Roll the
Enoch.
19.
Enoch, what'd you get?
11.
We're gonna go to Cal.
7.
I've already done 8
7.
points of damage.
Okay, so
Great.
here's what happened. Y'all are about the rest of the crew, besides Petrus and Zacchaeus. I hope I got it right. The rest of you guys are about, it's probably maybe 60 feet away. And Zacchaeus, you slap this thing again, and another small snow pillar pops out. And this time, as it like pops out, you see the snow at the top of the pillar begins to like swirl a little bit, and this weird formed mouth just like pops up on it. And you realize these two smaller snow pillars beside it are like little arms, and like it starts to move with these little legs or whatever. It's like, and it makes this like god awful like ice crunching noise. So that's what happens as you hit this pillar. None of the other pillars around you seem to have reacted. In that
Was this
way.
the same? Was this the same one that I was floating above, or did you?
No, this was he went to a different one.
Okay, he did go to a different. All right,
Yeah, he's like 10 feet away from you. So
Gotcha.
it's too far.
gotcha.
So here's what the order is going to look like. So Heise, you're going to go. You're about 60 feet away from this, whatever the fuck just happened. You are all watching Antichias slapping the snow pillar with the stick, and then it turned into whatever this thing is.
Antiochus.
Yeah,
I'm gonna, like, it's gonna be normal. You're gonna have to just fix it every time. So Heise, you're up. Sir Lancelot, you're on deck. And then Enoch, you'll be after Sir Lancelot. So Heise, what are you doing? You see this? You see the character. You see his. I don't know his name. You see the character slapping it with a stick. And this snow pillar, seemingly forms into some kind of creature with a mouth and these like blobby, slumpy arms.
I told you not to fuck with the pillar. And then I just kind of sit there and just like shrug, and I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay. What is the specific action that you want to hold?
I'm gonna hold an attack just in case if I see anybody start getting attacked.
So this is like a range attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like gripping my dagger.
Okay, hell yeah, that's awesome. You're holding that action, waiting for the trigger is going to be if this thing swings or attacks one of your party.
Mhm.
Awesome. So we're going to go to Sir Lancelot. You're up. You see what's happening. You see whatever the fuck just happened.
Do kind of feel a little bit like this guy reaped what he sowed, and that we may have possibly like disturbed a holy land or something. Like, ooh. I mean, I gotta look at my list of you guys. Is Antiochus like grappled at all?
No, he's not grappled at all. It looks like this thing just like came to life in the front.
Come back, son! We do not need to be in this place. Enoch, what does your stone say?
Oh, right.
We're supposed to be going that way.
Come back, son!
And for all of you, I'm gonna screen share on Video Ninja what this thing looks like. Kind of looks like
That's awesome.
And I was hitting it with my staff.
like it was just a pillar, and then you started hitting it, and it sprouted those two arms, and then the legs just kind of took shape with its mouth. So you're using like a free interaction to like just speak to him.
Yeah, and I guess I'll also hold for if anything violent happens, but also if Antiochus gets beat by the snow monster, I don't think he's gonna do anything.
Okay, so let's just say you're
Yeah.
let's just say like for narrative of holding action, do you have any range attacks, or you just you're holding your reaction just to come back with a witty comeback?
What if the snow guy shows any sign of like evil? I am going to like fucking run and jump with my morning star.
Okay, so when you hold an action, you won't be able to move. You'll just be able to like attack or something. But if you want to approach closer, you're 60 feet away. You can get a little bit closer. Like
Okay,
you can.
no,
You can
I'll get my crossbow ready. Sorry, I didn't know the rule.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, you're kind of same as Heisei. Enoch, you are up.
So Enoch would ride closer.
Okay.
He's not going to attack anything. And he also is thinking to himself, Antiochus is never going to take the guide stone.
All right.
This little guy does not need to be telling us anything about where to go.
How far up do you ride?
How far can an axe beak move?
Oh, that's a good fucking question. I think it's like 40. I don't know.
Pretty it's further than what we've normally moved.
They can move 50 feet in one round.
Okay. So he'll just take. And you said we're about 60 feet away.
Yeah, you're about 60 feet away from him.
I'll take the full movement.
Okay, yeah. You'll move up there. Are you gonna hold an action to do anything, or you just want to punch?
I am going to. I guess I'll hold an attack action.
Okay.
Aw.
You're doing a range or melee, 10 feet away.
I am going to actually 1 second. Let me see something real quick. Let's go ahead and burn and do something cool, maybe. A bonus action. Okay. So can I hold an action but go ahead and do the bonus action?
Yeah, for sure.
So as a bonus, as he rides up, he stops, and he kind of just does this thing with his arms, and you see it looks like the images of his lotus petal tattoos kind of disengage, and an image of them actually like appear above his arms, a few inches above, and it's like they start spinning.
Ooh. Yeah, you'll see Enoch do this. It's you've never seen anything like it. It's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
And then he's just going to wait and see if he needs to waylay
and
anybody.
you're holding an action to attack if anything violent happens, like the other members of the party.
Yes.
Okay. Antiochus, it's your turn, and then it's Caldra's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Good choice.
Yeah. And does it look like he's hostile if I look at him?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking pissed. Like you get the sense that slapping it a couple times will stick pissed it off.
Okay.
If this thing doesn't have much expression, but its smile that you see on the picture is very much in a frown right now.
Actually, instead of casting Mage Armor, I will I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath on Demetrius.
What? Okay, I like this. Yeah.
And then Demetrius is going to use his action to spew forth fire, like exhale and fire in a 15-foot cone.
Okay, so you are. Okay.
He wouldn't hit me.
But
Okay,
there's other pillars.
I'm gonna state this before you do it. There are about probably hundreds and 50s and hundreds of like other pillars
There's
around.
other pillars.
You cast that there may be repercussions to your actions.
Okay, I might not cast that, but I will cast Mage Armor, and then I'm gonna start riding away.
Okay.
Jacob, did you want music at all?
No, this wasn't supposed to happen, so we're just gonna be in silence.
Okay.
This is we're reaping our this is the effects that will happen.
That's fair.
When you try to move away from me, he is going to try to reactionally hit you. And before he can hit you, the held actions are gonna pop. So we'll go from the top. So Heisei, you can goddamn. You can throw Yes, you can throw your dagger. Sir Lancelot, you can shoot your crossbow, your bow that you have, and then Enoch, you can make your attack. Because it is actively trying to slam Titus.
That would be because it's at 60 feet, so it's disadvantage. It was 16.
That hits.
And then it is 8 damage.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you launch your dagger and it sticks into its chest and it just just sticks there. We go over to Sir Lancelot. Go ahead and make your attack. It's still standing.
Can we say that I readied a command instead? Now that I'm learning my character sheet better? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So I point at the creature and I shout, "Flee!"
Flee. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the save that it is required?
A wisdom saving throw.
It rolled a 11 minus 2, so it's a 9. Fails
Okay,
a save.
Yeah.
And that happens on his turn, right?
Let's actually, I'm not sure. The target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest apparable means.
Hell yeah. So it will flee for its next round. Okay. Enoch, you have your attack.
So how close am I?
You're 10 feet away, and you
Okay.
activated your.
Right, my tattoos. So
Yes.
that means that I can make my melee attack because as he's, I guess, still mounted on his axe beak, it's like he was this like black, almost inky stuff like shoots out of his hands as he's looks like he's shadow boxing, but it's going towards the
nice.
creature.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and make your attack.
Okay, so that one is going to be.
I got a free 8 damage on this guy.
I tried to give you some credit, and you're like, all right, maybe I should quit it.
Oh,
I just rolled a 20.
A nat 20?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Wow.
dude. Yeah,
Heck
double your
yeah.
damage. Roll double the dice.
Well, and since he's a half orc, he gets a dice on top of that.
Oh,
Oh
right.
yeah? Yep.
Yeah.
Roll it up.
So that is, and I'm doing unarmed just because I figured that'd be cooler. So that's a D4. Give me a pretty D4 here. So 4 plus 3 plus 3. So that's 10 plus 4, so 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Plus, because of the tattoo, D6 force damage.
That would be doubled as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Dang.
You're fucking that
So-
snow up, man.
So 4 points of damage on that.
All right. Yeah,
And-
you. Anything else? Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. So I used a bonus action as I held an action.
Yes.
So can I still use another bonus action now?
No. This
Okay.
help. You're basically when you hold action, you're using your reaction, so you won't even have a reaction after this.
Okay.
To
So
do
in
this
that
attack.
case, yeah. So in that case, that is the end of my turn.
Yeah, y'all see Enoch with these tattoos that are just popping off his body. He's just like lashing out of this thing, and he's just carving pieces of this, whatever the snow thing is. He's just carving pieces off of it, but it's still standing. It's still there. Caldra, it's your turn.
Caldra's just gonna like look around and she's like, "Oh my goodness, this is a lot of violence." And then she's gonna look to her tiefling friend and go up to him and give him a little tap. Guidance.
That's what I'm talking about.
nice.
So it didn't
Anything else?
hit me?
No. Oh shit, you're right. I didn't even roll that. Because he used his reaction to try to hit you. So let's see. Well, no, he can do the reaction the first turn because command
Yeah.
doesn't take effect.
Yeah.
So yeah, he tries to slam you. And as he is bringing down his giant little snow arm, that's when Enoch slashes down, and just chops it off, and it just falls in the snow next to you.
Thanks, Enoch. And I'm riding back with my on my axe beak. I'm like full speeding away.
Yeah. Caldra, you did your action. Did anyone do anything else?
Do any of my friends look hurt?
No.
We're not there yet.
Emotionally,
Okay.
maybe, but not really.
Okay, then yeah, I'm done.
Okay, that's going to be this snow pillar's turn. The command spell takes effect over over itself. Wait, hold on. Is this considered a charm effect?
It's just that it follows the command on its next turn. It has no effect if it doesn't understand my language. Would it not understand common? Highly possible if it was just snow.
Let me
Sorry,
look this up.
Yeah, it's
Let me
not
look this
sure.
up real quick.
It doesn't look like it's a charm. Yeah.
I just want to know for the future.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't say it's charmed.
Nope, it's not. Okay. So yeah, it's compelled to follow this command. It does understand common, so that's fine.
Oh.
Odd.
Oh, they're spies.
Yeah, so this is its turn. It's going to flee, and in doing so, it's going to use its action to dash away. And as this begins to dash away, Enoch, you cannot make a reaction attack because you held your action. That's considered your reaction.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So as he begins to, now you're not going to believe this, but he can only move 10 feet.
Oh my god.
So when he dashes, he's like,
I love it.
just walking away from you. He moves 20 feet and then he just.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
meant
it's so
10
bad.
with his dash.
No, he can move just 20. He
Okay.
normally moves 10, so he moves 20 feet away, and then he just goes stationary and like becomes a snow pillar again.
Okay.
Oh, like just a pillar? Like there's no...
Well, he just stops and like from the back he looks just like a snow pillar this one because he's been slashed up,
Okay.
but he just like he runs away and stops. It's Keatrus's turn.
Kitris.
Keatrus's turn.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back up to Tyson.
So, like, as a free action, I'm obviously going to talk to myself. And so, I'll be like, but why is it smiling? And then my other half's like, does it really fucking matter? Just kill it. I'm like, but it left. It went away. I don't need to kill it. Just fucking kill it. And so Kitris will fly towards it. And in the air, just swipe down with his battle axe to try to decapitate it.
I will say just because of it's technically from you. Oh no, you were there. Yeah, you're in range. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
It's hard to visualize my battle.
All right, we'll see. What is that? Oh, 12 to hit.
That hits.
All
Yeah.
right.
It doesn't seem very.
Excited.
It doesn't seem very like strong. It's snow. You feel like it's not very armored.
Yeah. That's 10 damage.
Yeah, you go to cleave it with your battle axe and it just puffs into a cloud of smoke. It's dead.
And I'm just floating there, and I turn, and I hold my axe on them, like, yay.
Yeah, you guys did it. You killed the whatever that was. Battle ends for the sake of it. And as you swing down on this snow pillar that came to life, you see that other snow pillars begin to shake a little bit. Like there's it's like all the snow pillars in this village shake a little bit. You kind of get the sense that you might want to get the fuck.
Yeah, I fly very quickly back to my.
You grabbed my dagger. Sorry.
Where's your dagger?
It was in the pillar.
Oh yeah. I will. If he says that, I'll dive down, grab it, and swoop back up and go.
Thank you.
You retrieve the items. You all join the party, and all the pillars out there are just shaking. And you guys just bolt. You don't even stick around and talk about what the hell just happened. You bolt off. You get about 30 minutes away, and you feel you're safe enough. The snow pillar field kind of disappears into the wilderness. And you guys are riding, and you ride a little bit longer, and around the 3rd hour mark, the wind begins to pick up around you. You see small, tiny, harmless-looking vortexes of snow that kind of fly around you. They swirl in and out of each other. It's very beautiful. It looks as if the actual air itself is breathing. It's very beautiful. And honestly, it's quite exhilarating. And nothing happens on this hour. You just see this spectacle of the snow flares just flying around. It's very beautiful.
Little snow tornadoes.
Yeah, little snow
Ooh.
tornadoes.
Sparkly.
And you guys get to about the 4th hour. And you hear Out in the distance, you hear the sound of thunder just crackling in the distance as this loud lightning bolt just crawls its way across the sky. And the winds around you just become unbearably strong. It's surprising how strong it is. And music should. Is music playing for you guys or no?
I don't hear any right now. No.
Something about the beach.
Might be quiet. Let me turn it up.
That.
You heard me say "son of a bitch"?
I heard
Oh, yeah.
that.
I heard that.
Give me a moment, please.
We all hear each other.
Away.
Let's see.
Oops, on my head.
I run a tight ship here.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Wait,
Man overboard.
I'm stupid. It was something my YouTube was started playing, and I thought the music.
It's cold.
Awkward. Awkward turtle. There we go.
Oh, I hear it.
Yes, the wind around you picks up. It begins to swirl and flurry. You see the thunder. Another loud bout of thunder kind of echoes around you. You see about 400 feet away, this just crack of lightning just hits the ground and just throws up snow flurry and shatters ice around you. And this one lightning, as it strikes the ground, it explodes into 5 and 6 different arcing branches that kind of crawl across the ice.
Oh.
And you see that there are numerous other bolts in the sky that are just crashing. The wind is strong, and you know that you find yourself caught inside of a raging blizzard. It's awesome. This blizzard it's deafening, it's disorienting. Your vision becomes restricted just by the sheer wall of ice and snow that is forming around you. The axe beaks begin to kind of buck a little bit, but and as they buck, you guys gain control over them and steady them. And as this blizzard begins to rampage around you, you find yourself, basically stuck. You don't know if you should push on through it, which you could obviously try, or if you should bunker down. But you guys are in a blizzard.
Does the guide stone give me any indication about, other than just heading in the same direction, if I look through it during the blizzard?
So as the blizzard is raging around you, you put the guide stone up to your eye, and the guide stone itself is just like twirling. It's like, you ever see like a compass in like a magnet field? It's just like spinning around. It's not really an aid at this moment. Like it's just going crazy.
I think we should stop here. Find shelter.
Yeah. I have my own. Do you guys have tents or?
I have a 2-person tent if where someone needs some space.
Me and Antiochus are like one person, so we could probably fit like the 2 of us plus another in a tent. So, that doesn't help our birds though. Fuck the birds.
I have a 2-person tent as well.
I also do, yeah. So that's 6. I think we're good.
Okay, so you guys pitch these tents up. You struggle, but you're able to manage to get able to get in. The axe beaks are out in the cold. They kind of ball up into a big ball together, and they're just like keeping each other warm.
I try to convince Sir Lancelot to come in my tent. 'Cause they make me feel safer. Come in my tent.
Question for Star: Do turtles usually just like sleep in their shell?
So they can't actually get all the way in their shell, but they can like tuck their head in and like use their arms to cover their face.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be
So-
so great.
But in the middle of a blizzard, they would be benefited by cover.
Yeah, They
Okay.
usually burrow underground, so I don't know
Okay.
if you want to do that or not.
No, I'll take up the young guy on his offer to go into his
I'll
tent.
help. I'll help you dig.
I just like the idea of like the visual of sort of this 6-foot turtle in the middle of the snow going like.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough,
too.
funny enough, you get inside of Antichias' tent, and you become the tent. At this point.
Pretty
Your
much.
shell, like points of your shell, like poke out of the tent a little bit, but you're like in there. It's kind of uncomfortable, but you're in there. I won't be able to say your name, but you feel
Antiochus,
you are warm. You are warm, man. This turtle's bringing you warmth.
I'm like, while they're in their shell, I'm just gonna kind of like poke it a little bit and then recoil my hand to see if they notice, and then if they don't come out, I'll keep poking it.
You feel a pestering poking on your shell.
Okay, at a certain point, like, Smellshot will emerge his, like, head and, he'll, like, pull slowly out of his pack, like, a single ration, and he'll, like, pull out some pouches of spices, and he'll, like, do, like, a little bit of, like, flavoring on the ration, and be like, yeah, offer it to Antiochus. Thank you for the warmth.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you for thank you. And I'll eat it.
He'll go back in his shell.
He looked like he wanted to say something, and then he stopped. He went back in.
As those two have their moment, who is in the other tents?
I was going to say, whoever wants to crawl into mine,
Yeah.
I'm probably already sleeping,
I
just
have
wings
room
over my
too.
head.
I'll just offer, be like, I have room. I'm pretty small.
I guess Enoch needs to bum a tent off somebody. I don't know if I actually have one.
Yeah, you need
I
to.
would've had
I
a
know
tent,
that.
right?
If you purchase one, maybe.
No, I didn't buy anything. I just got my generic pack. So
Let's just say, yeah, why not? You're an Iron Quartet member. You got a tent
yeah, I know the
with a
deal.
little bit of embroidered like IQ on it.
IQ, that's so funny.
Okay, then I'll look to my tall friend and be like, do you want to? Or it's pretty cold out here.
I
think. Oh,
because I don't have a tent. I definitely don't have a tent.
okay, yeah, you crawl in. But you all find shelter in these tents. The winds are ravaging. The ice beaks are out there squawking, but they're staying warm for the most part. And
I will say that I am very annoying. I'm just asking you tons of questions, like, about yourself. I'm like, I'm Caldra. Who are you? Just asking you many things about yourself.
Okay.
Probably very annoying, but she
Totally
seems
fine.
genuinely interested.
Are we gonna role play this, or are we just gonna?
If you want to.
I'm
free.
fine with it. I'm down. Yeah.
Hi,
Alright.
I'm Caldra.
Hello.
Your name? I don't think we
it's-
ever introduced ourselves.
No, it was kind of brief. I'm Heise. Nice to meet you. And I reached my hand out. to
Hi,
shake.
say?
Yes. Heise.
Oh, wow. That's a very fancy name.
My parents gave it to me, so.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm not from Icewind. I'm from Silvery Moon.
I've never been there.
It's lovely. You should go sometime.
Maybe. Kind of been stuck here for a while, but you know, things happen. Anyways, what made you want to be an inventor?
I'm gonna roll real quick. Okay. If you want to roll an insight to it, you can. I'm rolling deception. I'm gonna let you know that now.
I'm
You're a
really good
liar.
at insight.
My goodness.
She's a
If I
people
roll
person.
good, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
all right, hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. $24.
Nice.
Okay. I'm very clearly lying when I say this. But you know, kind of just happens. You know, money's money. You kind of need it. And you can tell there's just this faintest of lie in that voice where it's he didn't want to. It was kind of had to.
You see her like cock her head. Her eyes flare a little bit, and then they'll fade. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes when I get excited or sometimes, you know, just strong emotions, I tend to do that. I can't really control it.
It
Ashana,
happens.
shut up.
Sorry, who was that?
Oh, it's nothing.
Okay. Anyway, what brought you to Icewind Dale?
Well, I was on a ship. We were making a delivery, and then, and you'll see, or you won't see, you'll hear in her voice like a little sadness. She'll be like, there was a wreck. And I've just been stuck here for 2 years. I'm trying to do some good here, as much as I can. You know, Icewind Dale isn't the best place
Yeah,
all the time.
it's not the most welcoming. I know that.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I'm really trying. You know, I'm only one person though. But I'm
Yeah.
happy to meet people that want to do some good.
Yeah, it's always nice to do good.
Did he seem genuine when he said that?
Personally, yes, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, do you like the snow?
That's where the conversation kind of cuts
Yeah.
off as she asks that question.
She'll talk your ear off.
Well.
Yeah, I say you kind of feel like maybe this tent wasn't the best.
Option?
Yeah, you put two and two together. You're like, all right, well, now you know that. So as you guys are bunkered in your tents, this blizzard is raging on. We're gonna go into our homebrew rules. You are gonna be facing frigid cold, frigid temperatures. When blizzards happen, you guys face the chance of being, you know, just super fucking cold. It's extreme cold. The first hour goes by and you guys have an automatic success because of your cold weather. The second hour comes along. The storm is still strong and it's very, very much there. I need you all to make Constitution saves with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, with advantage.
Yes, sir.
Con
Okay.
save.
Ooh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
With advantage.
Thank hallelujah.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 for Kitros.
30-20. All right.
Dirty
I got-
20 for Enoch.
Let me know if
30-20.
anyone got below a 10.
I did.
Oh,
Okay.
Even
come
with
on.
advantage, yeah, I got a 5 and a 3.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1 on my
Did you
first
get-
one.
Did you get below a 10, Tyler?
I got a 12.
Okay, so Sir Lancelot, you begin to feel the frigid cold that is beginning to take hold. I'm gonna need you guys to make a around the third hour goes by. The storm's still raging on. I need you all to roll another con save. This one at normal. DC is still the same.
Oh, just normal? I will,
Yep.
Damn. Okay, never mind.
Now I'm being generous here. You guys get 3. If you fail 3 checks, then something negative will happen. So Emily,
I
you
failed
have
3
failed
checks.
twice. No, you
failed
failed
3.
2. You failed 2.
I failed this one too. I just got that 1.
Oh, you passed the first one. This is the second check thing.
The second one was at advantage.
Yeah, we
The second one was
automatically passed the first one.
Yeah, you automatically pass the first one. Hour
Will
2,
my,
hour
will
2, you
my
have advantage.
magical item help me?
I don't. Oh wait, hold up. Let me look.
Emily, I got you on the next roll. I got you. On the next one, I got you.
Oh,
I
can
guess
I
I could probably
can I
get myself
guidance be
out.
like to crap?
I say.
I say.
You can give
I
I say
say-
guidance. I will say because
Yeah.
of your magical item, you will have advantage on this third outward check.
All right, I got an 11.
Okay.
Enoch got a 17.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
All right.
I got a
Lancelot failed this
16.
one, of course.
Mhm.
That's what
I got a
16. What'd you
16.
what'd you get, Caldra?
14.
Okay.
Lancelot's cold-blooded.
So on
I know,
this,
that's true.
so here's where we get a little spicy. Hour 4, the blizzard is beginning to die down. It's still raging. You feel like maybe this is the last hour. Go ahead and everybody roll Constitution saves. Everyone has a disadvantage,
Oh,
except for Caldra. Caldra, you rolled it normal.
I can get you. by the
And then
way.
I have guidance.
You have guidance.
Okay, well,
It's a D4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get you.
20
I'll use,
17.
22 with disadvantage.
Ooh.
I'll use my my portent to give my
Sir Lancelot.
yeah, the 20,
Okay.
the natural
So
20.
So Sir Lancelot, you use automatic anti. I'm fucking butchering it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
No, you-
it's gonna be,
You
it's
got it.
gonna
That's
be like
a,
that forever. Sweet. You see that before you're feeling cold. You see like a little bit of flash of something in his eyes, and you feel this like strange divination, some strange like magic guides you in a success, an automatic success.
oh,
Yeah, he's
that's awesome.
the kind of older part of his face, which doesn't usually talk and is kind of maybe just muttering. He'll be like, "You look cold," and then he'll hug you.
oh.
Oh.
Aww. If you don't have a point of inspiration, take one, Tyler. I like that.
Yeah.
So no one failed that, right? With the
What was
guidance?
the DC?
What's the?
It's
yeah,
just
what's
it's
the
just
DC?
10. It stays.
Okay,
It stays at
I got an
10.
11 on that last.
At
one.
Ooh,
I got
disadvantage,
10
though?
exactly. So.
Yeah.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, it was a disadvantage rule.
Okay, I
Yeah,
need to-
that's fine. So the blizzard dies down. I'll tell you what happens if you fell 3 in a row. Or fell 3. Because blizzards can last from anywhere from 4 hours to 8 hours. There's a big wide range. The checks get harder and harder the further along you go. If you fell 3 in a row, every time you fell 3, you get one of exhaustion.
Oh.
So thankfully, no one got exhaustion. You guys rode out the blizzard. The blizzard dies down. The music dies down. And the blizzard stops. And as you kind of poke your heads out of the tents, you see that there's no more light outside. It seems as if nighttime has begun to, like the sun has gotten to the point where it's becoming nighttime outside. And Icewind Dale usually gets dark early because of whatever the hell's going on in this place. So it's darker outside. When you poke your heads back out, you see that it's darker outside. It's not completely dark. It's on that point where it's beginning. The sun's about to go down where it gets dark. You all know it's probably roughly 3 or 4 in the afternoon at this point, maybe 5. But yeah, you all survived the blizzard. Come out. What do y'all do?
Kitris wakes up and just stretches. Wings come out when he opens his eyes, and there's no one else in his tent. He's like, "Yeah, I don't blame him." And just kind of tries to open the tent. I assume there's a bunch of snow against it. Just pushes it away.
Needless to
much
say.
daylight?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so about how much daylight is left?
So it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys have the sun. It's at that point where like it's evening, like the sun's about to go down, sunset.
Okay.
You probably have maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of time left. Yes.
I was gonna say Antiochus like fell asleep hugging the shell. Like,
Just
fell asleep.
imagine.
Yeah, just this.
Just like
So you still have daylight.
Guess
You-
we
you
should
don't-
take advantage of that.
Yes.
Pretty much so.
Where are you guys headed? You're gonna go keep going for the mountain?
Just-
Put the guys down back up to your eye?
I'm just
Yep.
like, Enoch, where are we headed?
Wherever the guide stone tells us.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, all right. You look in the arrow. You look this time. The arrow has shifted from headed towards the mountain, towards Kelvin's Cairn, but you guys can still see off in the distance. It's still further. This time the arrow has shifted, and it looks like. Actually, go ahead and make a nature check as you're looking. Kind of discern what direction you're at because of the blizzard's kind of disoriented.
Five.
Yeah, you see that the arrow's pointing in an opposite direction. You don't really know north, east, west, south. You don't know what direction, but it has changed course from the mountain, and it now points towards a different direction.
Say, well, it looks like they're on the move because now it's pointing whatever direction it's pointing.
Yeah, and as you pull your eye away from it, Kitris is right up to your face. He's like, right, but how do we know we can trust that thing? Well, why has it changed? What's happening?
Well, they probably are moving.
Okay.
You've kidnapped a very influential person. You're not going to just hang out in some one spot, I'm assuming. I don't know.
I know nothing about kidnapping. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, that's enough.
So,
Okay.
everybody cool? We're going to head that direction for a while.
Yes, Kaiser.
While this interaction's happening, can I just look out and see if I see anything?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
It's an 8 or 19.
You look over the frozen wilderness. You see that there are, small patches of vegetation that have just icicles that are grown on sideways now. There are some rocky outcroppings. There's a couple of You see, there is like this one rocky outcropping that kind of stands out. It's this very dark, black, smooth-looking rock. It's almost like obsidian in nature. It's very pretty. It's out there. You see, like it's kind of like it's a single rock, but it's this huge lump of just like this. It looks like obsidian. Other than that, you don't really see anything.
Okay.
All right, you guys mount up on your axe beaks who have just icicles coating all their feathers. They shake it out and it just sprinkles down, and you guys ride on. You travel for 3 more hours. Same rules apply as before. If you see anything, you want to talk and stop. You guys travel for 3 hours, and as you do at night, it begins to descend upon you, and it kind of throws you into this. It does throw you into this lightless void of darkness. It's very dark out. Thankfully, it isn't. Thankfully, it's not eternal darkness, right? Because you gaze up and you see a beautiful sky full of stars and this full moon just shining down on top of you, like a singular, large, beautiful, glowing white eyeball. It's just overhead, just shining light upon the icy terrain. Does anyone have dark vision per se?
I believe
I do.
To 60 feet?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have 60 feet.
All right. So those of you with dark vision, you are. This is what those with dark vision see as you are heading. Those without dark vision, it's kind of hard to make out. You guys are just focused on staying with the pack. You guys have lit up. Well, would you all light a torch as y'all travel, or would y'all do it?
I don't think Kitris would. If they have 60 feet, they'd just work with that.
I would light a torch.
Okay. Yeah, you light up a torch. The image of a turtle riding an axe with a torch above their head.
Awesome.
It's just so awesome. Yeah, you guys, you're able to stay together. Thankfully. Those of you with dark vision, though, you do see some strange sights as you head in this direction. Except this time, the order is reversed. You see what looks like the air itself is breathing this swirling flurries of just like snow just twisting upon itself. It's very beautiful. Second hour mark, you see some more of those, like another field of those lumpy snow pillars.
Leave the pillars alone.
Don't touch
Around-
them.
do you know what they do?
Around the third mark, you see another large flock of owls, or another parliament of owls. It's not the same. You can tell that it's very different. But you are. It seems as if you are seeing. It's so surreal because it's like you don't know, you don't know what direction you're heading. You don't know if you're going back to the Targos or what. But it is just the same sights that you see on the way back. And as you have that uncanny feeling of deja vu that settles on you, you know that you're not heading in the same direction because you are passing different portions of wilderness, or different planets. Everything is different. And as you glance up at the stars above, and you kind of notate the position of the moon, you know that you have traveled far away from where you initially set out. You can passively put together that you go further. You left Hargos, you're in the wilderness. Kind of as a side note, you guys have been riding for about 8 hours, so you guys are getting like you're starting to chafe a little bit.
Yeah.
Axe Peaks, it's very uncomfortable. Which in total 8 hours of travel on Axe Peak, that's about 8 miles of travel. That's pretty far, pretty fast. Now, if you were walking on foot without an Axe Peak, just snowshoes, you would have only traveled 4 miles. So you've doubled your rate traveling. So the Axe Peaks, they do make a difference in covering ground. Around the 4th hour mark, around this last hour mark, as you guys are heading in this direction, you see all the distance looks like several fires about maybe a half mile from where you're at. And centered among this large, like centered around the smaller fires is like in the middle of them. There's this large raging bonfire. It is well over maybe 20 feet, 30 feet flame. It is a high fire. You hear large booming drums that are echoing across the wilderness. And from this distance, you notice that this is much more than just an ordinary war camp. You can tell that this is probably the war camp that you're looking for. You even put your guide stone up and it kind of confirms that the war camp is ahead of you.
Hey, check it out. That's what we're looking for.
But more or less, this isn't just an ordinary war camp. This is more so a city. You know, you were expecting maybe a rudimentary setup. This has more advanced structures. It's pretty advanced for a savage tribe. The only other things you can make out from where you currently are several large pillars, each that sit about 10 feet in like near this city. There's these large pillars that are made 10 feet tall, made out entirely out of bones. And around each of these pillars, they're tied to the base of the pillar are several flayed humanoid bodies.
Oh no.
It's very much it's a sight. But that's what you see. You're about half mile away. You see that off in the distance. You hear the drums booming. I turn it over to you.
Well, this is definitely probably most likely our destination.
Well, do we want to go in and just see what we can do, or do we want to try to sneak and find possibly this Miss T?
We definitely need to. We don't want to rush into this. That's for sure.
Well,
I have a special ability that can make us a little quieter.
I could also make someone invisible.
Oh yeah.
It's in my wheelhouse.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes?
Sorry. As this is happening, can I flick my hood up and just disappear?
Yeah, let me oh, sorry. Yeah, you flip your hood up and it camouflages a little bit. It doesn't make you turn invisible, of course.
Well, yeah.
But you flip your hood up and you
Just to make sure no one's noticing though while this happens.
yes.
Oh.
You do definitely.
Okay. That is 26.
Yeah. You don't even know if you existed in the first place. You just begin to question your existence entirely.
Yeah, I just.
Have I heard of this city at all before? Have I read about it?
No, because mostly in Icewind Dale, free history check, you don't make it. Mostly in Icewind Dale, the savage tribes that are in the wilderness don't usually band together to form cities like this. So this is something newer. You come to the conclusion that it must take a really strong war chief to bring together a bunch of what you could assume would be different orc tribes together.
Right.
So this is an impressive. Even though it doesn't look impressive, this is an impressive thing to see.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how us walking up. I think some of us could maybe get in diplomatically, and I'll slightly look at Enoch again, and then I'll quickly turn my head back, and then
That kind of
Maybe-
work, pal.
well, maybe maybe they're like, oh,
Yeah.
but or maybe if we look really scary, then I'll look over to the tiefling. Maybe they'll like us or something.
I mean, I can look scary, but I'm also small, so I think I need just not just me. Wait, where'd our elf friend go?
No,
Oh.
He was here somewhere. He's
Yeah.
I guess he got scared. Great. We lost one.
No, he
Oh,
would
we s-
never.
So with me sneaking off, I would have gone closer to the camp
Okay.
he's actually
without anybody
gone.
knowing.
you
I just kind of like stepped off and just kind of like scuttered off.
yeah. So
before
as
he realized.
as that realization comes to you, you get a little closer. I said you had to look back down on my notes. I wrote hi, H-I, and dash.
and then
S-A-Y.
say S-A-Y, yeah.
As you approach closer, I say you begin to notice more features of this wonder city. There is no wall to protect from outside threats.
Mm.
You believe that these pillars that are posted around they act as a effective warning, and you think that some could probably potentially view it as an invitation for someone who thinks they are strong enough to challenge a whole city of orcs.
Oh, okay.
The drumming, as you get close, intensifies the closer you get. And I will actually give music. There are some music tones. Drumming gets a little louder. And as this drumming is echoing throughout this encampment, this large city, whatever you want to call this, you hear that this drumming is being followed by some rhythmic orcish chanting. You speak orcish?
No.
You can't understand. You hear these guttural noises, but there's some chanting that is happening. Now, as you're at this, you're still a little further away. You're not right up on the city, but you see that there are what look like rough roads that have been
Okay.
etched into the ground by, obviously hundreds and hundreds of footsteps, causing the snow and the underlying mud to mix into the sloshing. There are these small rocky walls that kind of rise about 3 feet off the ground, and they border each of these roads. But there are hundreds and hundreds of wooden buildings. As you're getting closer, you see that they are compromised completely from sharpened logs, rope, and a muddy-looking paste. And every building here is like that. It's scattered throughout the entirety of the city. And as you scan the horizon from this distance, you see two things that kind of catch your eyes massively. The first is this massive 3-story tall building that it's built like the other ones, except you notice that there are several iron pillars and reinforcements built into the building. Like the windows look barred with iron pillars. The second thing you notice is that there doesn't appear to be many orcs on the outskirts. In fact, you don't see any walking around. You see no signs of life on the outskirts of this orcish city. That's what you see. And you go off. We come back to the scene. You learned that information. We come back to the scene, back to the group. You guys just realized that Heisei's not with you. No understanding of where he might have went. You guys kind of just realizing that. What are y'all doing as off?
Well, I guess he's a coward and he left us. Well,
No.
Well, Sir Lancelot
never.
has surely worked with like characters that went invisible in the past, so he'll look around on the ground for any like footsteps in the snow.
Okay. Make an investigation check. I'm gonna say, just go ahead and make an investigation check. DC is gonna be probably 16.
I'm gonna say, let me help you out, darling. And I'll guidance. Oh. Just
That's okay. I didn't get anywhere. Don't worry
Just
about it.
kidding.
I should stop using the digital dice. It doesn't like me.
Go ahead and roll. Do you have dice? If you want to, you can roll
I
a dice.
do.
And roll a dice real quick. You haven't had much luck with that.
With
I just, like,
guidance.
I don't have much desk space. Okay. All right. This time it is a 11, so I still did not pass.
Yeah, you look around and it's you like crone your neck slowly down. Look at one spot and then you're like, don't know where it's at. Look back up.
So, I don't know if this works or not. I have magic awareness.
Okay.
It says, as an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item. Is what Heisei's doing a spell, and would I be able to locate him within 60 feet?
So it's not a spell, but it is a magical item.
Okay.
You could try this. Try it. Within 60 feet.
Yes, within 60 feet of my person right now, yeah.
I'm gonna give you some liberties here with the check, just so you can try to pinpoint where he went.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a little bit more extended. DC probably be a little bit harder, but you can. Or there's no DC, just sense it. So you open yourself up to that magic concentration.
It's not a roll.
Yeah, it just happens. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, okay.
You open yourself up to that, and you sense several things. You sense everyone near you has some sort of magical concentration on them, and you don't per se see Heisen, but you do feel, or you do sense a very strong, very potent concentration of magic coming from within the city. Like you sense a very, very strong magical concentration, and you put that maybe the magical item that the client was looking for.
Okay.
That's what you sense, but you can't really sense Heisen.
Okay. So I'll just relay to them and say, I don't know where he went, but I know where the item is. And then my other voice is like, you don't fucking know nothing. No, I'm pretty sure I know what I see. He's like, okay, sure. You think what you want.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
So, and it's in the middle of the city where we are. Yeah.
Well, do we sneak there?
Probably a good idea. I think there's probably a lot of them.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Cauldra.
You don't even know my name yet, by the way. The only one that knows
You
my
signed
name
it.
isn't here.
You signed your name on
You
this.
signed the paper, so there.
It's very elegant.
Yeah.
It's like so fancy you can't read it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think I'd be able to read it.
So, the rest of you are sneaking towards the city.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. So everyone
Wait.
within.
I'm gonna say, get real close. Come here. All right.
I'm there.
And she's gonna go. She's gonna go. All right.
You guys feel
We
stealthy.
should be a little better at getting around.
What are y'all doing with the axe beaks?
Good question.
Are there trees nearby? Like on the bottom
Yeah,
of a
there's
hill or
there's
something?
yeah, y'all time to I'm just fucking with you guys. I don't want y'all.
I mean, that's a fair question.
So y'all guys are having to stay. If you stay within 30 feet of Cauldron, you have a +2.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your stealth checks as you approach the city.
As we get closer, do we hear the chanting and the
Yes.
I would I'd probably cast comprehend languages,
Okay.
just so I understand what they're saying.
Enoch speaks orc.
I'd probably still cast it.
Let me know y'all's rolls, and then we will.
And you said this is a we get +10.
Yeah.
So you roll your dice, you add your normal modifier, and then you add +10 from it.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
At 19.
19 as well.
Yay.
Also gonna use my inspiration.
All right, guys, hell yeah.
Okay, stealth. I got a 26.
Woo.
I'm glad I used inspiration. That would have been much lower.
Got a 14 both times.
Hell yeah.
Woo.
So as you guys sculpt towards the city, fucking Tyler's character casts comprehend language, and Enoch is listening. About this time, you guys are pushing forward, and when you get to the range to hear this chanting and stuff, I will say make a perception check.
Okay.
Get a 14 or higher. Let me know.
I didn't.
All right, you are oblivious to the
Actually,
rest of the.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. I lied.
Okay, that's fine. Go for it. Okay, thank you for.
I hit 14
Can
exactly.
you send that to me too?
Yeah, I can.
So you hear the loud shuffling of a turtle behind you. As you hear Sir Lancelot approaching. You pick up on it, and about the time you pick up on it, you turn around, you see the whole party kind of like pushing towards you. So they've run into you. The comprehend language and the Orcish national language. What you guys hear from the chanting of this Orcish wardrobe meeting, you hear party, 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 party. It sounds like they're partying. They have a party chant going.
The Vanga bus is coming, and everybody.
Yeah. Welcome to the YMCA. Yeah, they're all do the YMCA. You hear them. It sounds like they are doing some party chant, and you feel as if you're hearing it come from the center of town, where that large bonfire is. But everything I described to Tyson, you guys see. Passively, you see the 3-story tall building. You see that there aren't really any orcs patrolling the city. Yeah, you notice everything that I described.
Sounds like they're having a party. So maybe they'll be a little more distracted than usual.
You guys run into High State, by the way.
Yeah, I would have just like randomly popped in and been like, "You guys long enough? Come on."
I say, I knew you didn't run away.
We missed you.
We thought you were a coward.
I didn't.
I did.
He did.
I just like, give a little shoulder tap. It's okay. Not everybody's as strong as you. And I kind of like skitter away again.
Yeah, I guess we're sneaking in.
So, I mean, from where we're standing, do we see how many orcs roughly are...
So here's what you see. You see, what you passively see, without perception checks, you guys can make perception checks. What you passively see is you see a 3-story, 3-foot tall building. That would be something. You see a 3-story, only a tight...
Sound it out and then say it all together.
It's too hard. Why can't you just be named Greg or something? You see that 3-story tall building with the iron bars. It very much looks like a prison of some sort, so a rough-looking prison. The other thing you passively notice is there's not many orcs. In fact, you don't see any orcs where you're currently at. You're on the outskirts of the city. You haven't actually entered the city.
Oh, I gotcha. I thought we could
But you
see
do
more.
see like the large glow of like the huge bonfire off in the further into the center of the city. Now, if you want to make some perception checks to see if you can see anything else, feel free to.
Probably get a little closer first before we do anything
Go
else.
into the city a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Do it.
Sure, why not?
I got a 17 for a perception.
In.
14.
Perception. 10.
Okay.
I would be specifically looking for any signs of Miss T, if that matters at all.
Is that for everybody?
Yeah, everyone can make this check.
Yeah, I mean, I
17.
would be looking for how many orcs
Okay.
we'd
So
be up
we'll
against
do
if
this.
something happened. Yeah.
So you look for orcs and you don't see any around, but you hear. It's not a hard check to hear. You hear a large gathering, you feel as if most of the orcs, or maybe even all of the orcs, are at this large bonfire, this big party that's happening. You hear the shuffle of feet, like dancing and stuff like that. So you make that assumption that they're probably all over there. You don't see any currently. Would you roll a 10?
Oh wait, I misunderstood. I thought we were moving further in and then perceiving. Because we already didn't see anything, right? I thought we were using our stealth to move in further. That was my misunderstanding.
Oh, that would be another stealth check if you're all moving.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought we were using that stealth check to move further in.
No.
Understood. So yes, everybody else's perception checks.
So Lynch, while you were looking for any signs of Miss T, you don't really know who Miss T is. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check what I sent you, just to be.
Wait. That's true.
Let me double check. Oh fuck that. Okay. You don't know who Miss T is or what they look like, but passively with your when you rolled a 14, you would assume that they're probably being held at the prison, the big 3-story tall building.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, did his power go out?
Oh, is that where you went?
I think so.
I'm on my phone.
Hey, there he
I'm
is.
still kinda here.
Hell yeah.
Oh snap. Okay, so here's what you guys do pushing forward, and what I said to you, Craig, still put change. You don't see any worse. You guys are like entering the city, and you feel like
You feel what?
might be, as you enter, you're like, hey, this might be pretty easy. There's no worse.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't see any worse. Even passive perception, there's no worse hiding. You feel as if majority, maybe even all of the orcs are part of it. Was there any other information you were trying to perceive? I'm sorry.
I was just looking for something cool.
You see a bunch of like like a bunch of bones, a bunch of dried organs and stuff, just decorating all the houses. There's a bunch of visceral decorations. Yeah, that's cool to some. It's cool to some orcs, but there's not much to really. It's an orc. So
Right.
Enoch was just wanting to get like a general layout of everything. He wasn't looking for anything specific.
Yeah. So you as you pace into the streets, you see that they are. It's just rows and rows of these buildings that go on and on and on.
I just want to say I'm looking for something that looks like where they would keep captured people.
Okay, I can see it in a second. Yeah, Enoch, as you're looking through the way that this city is built up, you see that as you push through, all the buildings are relatively the same height. The only thing that stands out to you is that there is this large 3-story tall building, and you knowing what you know about orcs and these being savage orcs, you figure that not only is that a prison, but that's also probably where the chief of this clan would be, this highest point in the city. He views himself above the rest of the other orcs. That would be where he would probably reside as well. You don't know if he's at the party or not. Caldra, you look to see where someone might be kept. You look over at the 3-story tall building and see probably what looks like a prison, and you put that maybe that's where Misty is being.
Oh.
But you guys have, as you're kind of like stealthing through the city, you have free reign. It doesn't seem like you've been noticed. No one's noticing you, and like I said, it seems like every one of these orcs is partying.
So do we have clear view of the bonfire yet, or are we still
no,
like
the
okay?
bonfire's it's several blocks further in, and you like as you pace through the streets a little bit, you see more and more orcs beginning to populate further off in the distance. They don't notice you, but as you get closer, you feel as if you're going to be walking into an orc party where you're not really welcomed, and it's more than likely probably an impending death that's really quick if you walk that direction.
Can I try to? Okay, so what is separating us from seeing the bonfire?
Oh, there's tons of these stick buildings between you and the bonfire.
Okay, can I go up roughly 20 feet and just kind of like scout?
Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
Sure. We still have pass without a trace.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're within 20 feet of or 30 feet of Caldra, you have.
Okay. What is my stealth? 3 is 11. So 21.
Yeah, you glance over towards the bonfire. It's probably 7 or 8 blocks further in. Probably more so center of town. It's like party central.
So should we try to get into the prison building?
Well, here's what he sees when he's up there. You see that there is well over maybe you guess maybe 1,000 orcs.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's what I was saying. It's basically death.
Yeah, yeah.
They are partying it up, man. They are drinking some kind of slop. eating some kind of slop. There are little kids, there are women, and they're all. It's a very vulgar scene. They're all partially nude. You know, it's very barbaric. It's very,
Yeah.
very prime. Like delivery. You look over towards that 3-story tall building, and you see there are bars on the windows. There's these windows. They're barred. The glass, whatever makes up the glass of it, is kind of like foggy, so you can't see through the windows from your distance. But what you do see are I believe there are 8 guards around it. I don't have a map up, but it looks like there are 8 guard orcs that are like, they have a shield, they have a spear, and they are around that prison. They are obviously guarding something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you see from your elevated height.
All right, so I'll just float back down and say, so there's probably about 1,000 orcs around this bonfire.
Wow.
No, probably like 50. No, I'm pretty sure it's 1,000. But the tower, a lot less, like 8 or 9 guards.
Well, we head there.
Yeah.
That's where she should be, right?
That sounds right.
My master said achievable goals, guys. Achievable.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know if the item's in the tower?
How long does your
Or-
magical awareness last?
Ooh.
Did you say an hour?
1 second. Just one action.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Is that once per day? What is it?
I get 2 per long rest. I have not cast it again.
Okay.
So I would just
Well,
say
you have the key. You have the little stone.
Oh yeah. So yeah, let's see if the guide stone has anything to tell us.
Yeah, you pull it up, and when you look through this time, there's no arrow, but there are like flashing lights that says "here," and it's just like flashing. Brightly. It says "here." It's like flashing above the prison building.
Yes, I think we should go in there.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Don't get caught, guys.
I hope not.
Never.
All right,
And-
last. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll meet you guys there, and I just kind of get away again.
You don't
Just
want
kind of
you don't
an
want to be
option.
within counters
No.
pass without trace. Okay.
You don't need that shit.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want. This is gonna be another stealth check, as you guys are.
With plus 10.
This is just so when you approach these gates or this prison, if there's these guards there, don't notice you. This is what the
Right.
stealth check is.
Enoch got a 24.
18.
I got a 28.
24.
I feel like I should bless myself.
Got it.
I
Just
believe in you,
kidding, I
Sir
can't
Lancelot.
Uh,
do anything.
empowered by his youthful companion. He actually
I
got
also
it.
got
We,
it.
we get a 22.
Okay, so the main group succeeded. Is what it sounds like. What did you get?
I got a 24.
Nice.
Okay, so
Light
so
work.
visually, what's that look like? You're splitting away from.
Yeah,
from
I just am basically going to the opposite side.
Well, here's what's gonna happen here. I'm going so as you guys stealthily make your way over to a large 3-story tall structure, you feel pretty confident in your spot. Those are really good rolls. When you get to the prison, you see there's this wooden wall that rises about 10 feet up, and it circles the entire building. It's like a little fence, little barrier of sorts. And it's made from these large wooden posts that have been sharpened at the end, which is thick spears. And in between each of these posts is a very small gap, just big enough for you to peer into. And as you peer into it, you notice that there are several orcs standing around the building, and you quickly count 8, thanks to Beatrice's information from earlier. They're all dressed in, now that you're close, they're all dressed in this, looks like chainmail armor. Very bloody, very broken. Looks like they have robbed people in the wilderness. They each have a wooden shield brandished in one of their hands, and in the other, they have this very crude, sharpened stone spear with a very jagged rock on it. They are very brutish looking. They are gray-skinned, They have this coarse black hair. They have the large muscular frames. Their faces are covered in white war paint. Their little tusks poke out from their bottom lip, and they are all stationary, looking away from the torch-lit building behind them. You know, obviously, they're guarding the building. The building itself is painted in has a bunch of murals painted on it. These like several like charcoal caves and style. It's not good. It's stick figures, very rudimentary drawn. You see there are skulls atop of spears that are like stabbed into the wooden building, like these little spears that just stick out. There are skulls on them. And at the front of the building, where there is looks like a door, there are a few piles of these organs. It's just a grotesque pile of organs that form a half circle near those doors. And you do see that there are windows around the building. The ones on the second story and the third story are barred with iron bars. The glass is fogged. And it's the same, as you kind of been through, it's kind of the same situation for the other window. So you see as if the windows aren't really a good, you can't really look through the windows. Is what you're looking at. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to actually show a battle map. So let me do that. I gotta launch it real quick. So I don't want nobody drawing a dick this battle map.
No rules. The battle map is a privilege.
Yes. Battle map is a privilege. And I just realized I could have been using the fucking battle map this whole time to show pictures and stuff.
Have we had D&D Beyond up this whole time?
No.
No.
Okay, I was like,
Okay. Okay, so I'm about to show. Roll me the money. Let me put your players up.
Guess I need to redo this. Am I supposed to be seeing something?
No, I haven't started it yet.
Oh, okay.
Calm down. So I'm going to. So I'm gonna start the session. Go ahead and refresh your maps. I put all your tokens on the far left side. High say you can feel free to move your character towards wherever you think you would have wanted to. And very much the same on that side. You don't see a door, but you do see two guards over there.
Yep.
Very much same structure-wise. Everything I described is the same. There are spears with skulls on it, on the building. The windows are barred, but the glass is foggy. Yeah, you guys feel free to position your characters wherever you are. You're all stealthily hidden. Those orcish guards don't seem to notice the bunch.
Even if we're on the other side of the tan wall?
Yeah, so that wall is the little 10-foot tall fence with like the cracks in it.
Yeah.
All y'all's rolls were so high that they're not really.
Okay.
Yeah. All you guys are good. Well, not on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. On the outside of the wall, you guys are good.
Yes. Okay.
If you go into, you probably have to make another stealth check, but I don't.
Gotcha.
Like, who's that?
That doesn't look like it'll work.
I could be.
Yeah, this is what you all see. Feel free to talk amongst yourself outside of the game. Figure out what you want to do.
I would.
Should we just take them all out? Like we all go pick a pair and take them out.
Like everybody bum rush these first two, and then.
Or,
And then
yeah, that could be cool too.
it's good until somebody sounds an alarm or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Does anybody have a sound maker on them? Horn or something?
No.
I can make a beast.
Oh, I guess I meant do the orcs look like they have horns on them?
Oh.
So, like,
Yeah, like.
Make perception checks.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
It's a good,
Okay.
it's a good thought.
Ooh. 16.
19.
That's my perception.
so put this one.
17.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Figure someone's decent. Yeah, they have.
Is anybody still rolling their rolls? So you guys look. There is one. Actually, the two in the front of the building have horns on them. The ones that are labeled 2 and 1, those works. They have horns strapped to their belts. I say you are looking on the other side, and you don't see any horns from those two guys over there. Those of you that are here only notice the two in the front with horns. If you want to kind of do the perimeter real quick, feel free to. It'll be the same role. More information.
Yeah, Enoch will move up.
Do we need to still do our stealth checks then?
No, you're good. The stealth checks carry over at this point.
Kitris would have turned to ask Sir Lancelot a question, and they're already gone. Like,
Okay.
oh, no, you're fine.
Quick turtle.
We're on a mission.
Yeah.
You escaped it under you.
So look up here to see if you can see anything else about these two orcs on the north side.
Oh, you don't have to reroll perception checks. Your perception checks from saying you're going to carry
Oh.
over. This
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
This is,
Right, because my other one was better.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Enoch, you went over to that side. Sir Lancelot, you went over to that side. You don't see any horns on those orcs.
Okay.
You see the only orcs that have horns are the two at the front entrance.
So he come back and be like, I think if we take these front two out as quickly as possible, we'd have a better chance of going or staying undetected, unalarmed, what have you.
Can we get through the front gate? They're like red.
So that red thing right there, those are piles of organs.
Oh, okay. It's like a threat. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just decoration. I just drew it.
Is there any openings in this gate?
No.
The wall.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like the only entrance is either you can break it down, you can go under it, you can go over it, but there's no opening
Gotcha.
that's used. Now, you probably think the orcs just climb over it. They're not really these don't seem like the type to know how to build a gate.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm down with the kill him really quick idea. It's like the best of me, and then hopefully don't alert any more of them.
Right.
I'm not gonna disagree.
As you guys are on the outside of the fence, you do look up the tops of the fence have been sharpened though. So it's a little pointy up there.
Dang it.
I'll just shimmy under.
Real quick, can I use my psionic whispers?
Yes.
Um.
I don't know what that does off the top of my head.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Okay. Oh. Okay, maybe not actually. Never mind.
You're not good.
No. I just need to see. I need to see to use it.
Well, you can see the fence that around this building has cracks in it for you to see through. So you can see.
Can I see
you're looking-
the party though?
Oh, from where you're at, no. You have
Yeah,
to
I
walk
figured.
up to probably
Okay.
probably like this corner up here. See him?
Okay. All right. Well then, I'm gonna try and climb the gate or the fence in this corner.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and make a athletics check.
You said that's a 10-foot.
Yeah, it's a 10 foot tall.
So if I wanted to fly up and fly directly towards one of these guys, that's 30 feet of movement, right? Assuming those are 5-foot squares.
Oh, you're making a great point. The squares are 10 foot.
Oh, they are 10 foot. Okay.
Yeah. So the exterior squares are 10 foot, and the interior squares are 30 foot.
Gotcha.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I should have probably mentioned that before I started blue ball.
All right, so they are 40 feet from the wall.
Yeah. Bahai said you wanted to climb over the wall. Go ahead and make your athletics check.
Like, you know, with acrobatics or no?
Sure. Yeah. You're gonna have to make 2 rolls here. You're gonna make acrobatics, and another
Okay.
stealth check.
Okay. The acrobatics is a 15.
Okay.
And then stealth is a 23.
Yeah, you get over the wall, no problem, and you don't seem to have alerted those guards 8 and 7. So you are
Kinda
stealthily
like-
inside of the.
Okay. Kind of like hiding behind this for a second.
Yeah, you
It's
are
not
true
stealth.
stealth right now.
How
Back to the
tall
party.
is the gate?
So
10 feet tall.
as far as
10 feet?
past, sorry, 10 feet. So as far as pass without a trace goes, you roll for that while you're still in the presence of the person casting it. If you go outside
If you
that
go outside of
range,
you lose the plus 10. From her.
you lose the plus 10. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Jacob.
Yes.
Step of the wind.
Yes. That's.
If I spend 1 key point to dash, so dash, as a bonus action on my turn, I do the double thing. It says my jump distance is doubled for the turn. So could I jump over that fence?
Let me pull up my calculator.
How tall are you?
Jumping is fucking confusing.
6'6", 6'4".
What's your strength score?
It's based on strength, right? 14.
You use a
Step
step of
of
the
the
wind.
wind.
You can long jump 28 feet horizontally. You can high jump 10 feet off the ground with a running start. So I will say, just because you are spending a key point for this, I will say you can clear the fence. Now, are you going to jump from that part, or are you going to relocate to another side?
I think
You're going to have to make a stealth check as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe I'm gonna be stupid.
Sir Lancelot locks eyes with you because he knows you can do this trick, and you know what he can do.
Oh, that's right.
He points at the ring on his finger, and Sir Lancelot he'll make a symbol. Maybe we have some symbols together, but tap his morning star 2 times, and he'll point at the guy on the left, and then he'll move over to the guy on the right.
Enoch gives the Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Okay. So you two are planning to jump over the fence and attack the 2 guards in the front. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. What are the other 2 characters?
I'm spending a key point.
Is that being communicated to everybody else, or is it just between the 2 of them?
I think that's just between them.
Okay, I guess a better question is that recognizable as soon as they start doing it?
I don't think they're hiding it, so I think you see some hand signals go off.
I mean, you're gonna see Mad Enoch back up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and me too. This is gonna happen.
You can see it in their body language that they're getting ready to do something. I'm gonna. You said we could go under it, so I'll try to shimmy. Since I'm a small boy, I'll try to.
Since you're small, I will say you could shimmy beneath the knob.
And then I'll cast. I'll wait for them to start, but then I'll cast. I'll probably cast Magic Missile.
So if you're gonna shimmy under, I need you to make a strength check to kind of squeeze,
Did it?
Or acrobatics could work
Thank
as well
you.
to squeeze through.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So that's what you want to do. Beatrice, what are y'all's 2 thought processes? You see the turtle man and a half orc man do some airplane signals and back up to look like they're gonna jump, and you how the fuck is that turtle gonna get over this wall? What are the 2 of you 2?
Caldra's just gonna look around and be like, okay, and she'll snap, and then she's gonna use her wild shape and turn into a giant wolf spider. And I checked, I can be it.
Okay.
Lock your ass.
So, if Sir Lancelot, if they end up actually jumping over the wall, I'm gonna land on them in rage as they're jumping over the wall, on top of their shell. If that is what they are doing, I don't know what they're doing.
Okay, I will say that I'll have the visual. So here's probably what's gonna happen. I'll be realistic with you. With a big turtle jumping over the wall, if it happens correctly, that's gonna be some noise. So the guards might all be alerted, and then if you also rage, they might also be alerted as well. So there is gonna be the stealth checks will just go up one of them.
But we'll get a surprise round.
But you will have a surprise round. We'll go through the process of initiative, deal with the surprise round, and then after the surprise round happens, we'll probably end the session because it is getting a little later.
Yeah.
And then when we pick back up next week, we will do this dungeon, whatever the fuck we're about to do.
Yeah, I think Kitchers would be like, okay, we're gonna make some noise. Let's make some noise.
All right, so I will say, y'all are gonna get a surprise round. Hi, say you're over there in the corner. You're gonna get get a surprise round as well. Or actually, what do you want to do? Because it really depends on. Are you gonna try to get closer?
I'm gonna was gonna go to the tree.
Okay. You're still fine. You're fine with that range. You don't have to
Okay.
make a stealth check.
Hide
That's
in the
fine.
tree.
Yeah, you're fine right there.
Kind of just wait to see if they're gonna do anything because I
So
can't
whatever
really see
happens,
them.
happens. That's fine.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's roll initiative. Let's get the initiative out of the way, because that's going to be a big part of. What the fuck did my here?
Oh, I
Go
was
ahead.
able to shimmy under. I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, that's fine. So Sarah Lancelot got a 3.
Enoch got a dirty 20 as well.
My initiative is a 10.
I got a
Huh?
4. I got a 4, so it makes sense that Sir Lancelot and I are.
So, Antiochus, what did you get? What was your roll total?
My
Total
initiative was 10.
10 total? Okay.
Yeah.
Caldra, what'd you get?
12.
12. Okay. Enoch, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
30, 20. High say, what'd you get?
Dirty 20 as well.
Which of yours dexterity is higher?
Mine is 17.
I got an 18.
Okay, so high say will go before, that's some high dexterity. What did you get, Tristan?
4.
Hell yeah, brother. Let me roll the initiative for all these guards real quick. Orcs, guards, as you say. Do they have initiative on this one? Oh. Wow, that fucking went across the table.
I really wish I hadn't used my tattoo on that stupid snowman.
Yeah, I'm coming into this with like half of my first level spells, and I'm like, eh.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make
You
it
live,
through.
you learn. You live, you learn.
Do you
Or will
want to
not.
kill
I
a
was just excited.
snowman?
I was just excited to use it.
Yeah.
Fair.
My guy was curious about what they were, and we figured it out. So now we know.
Now you know not to mess with them. Bunch of snow cubbies.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be a bunch of frozen bodies. That's why I was trying to blow the snow off of them.
I thought there were gonna be like snow insects,
Hmm.
like termite hills or something.
Yeah.
So I have the initiatives rolled. I'm going to replace your token with a wolf spider. Caldra?
Ew.
Is it a giant wolf spider?
Yes. It is.
So this is Caldra. Caldra, I'll just put your token at the top left.
Okay.
Wow.
That's you? Okay, so here's what's happened. We will do exactly what happened. So, Enoch and Sir Lancelot, they're jumping. Petrus is going to rage on top of Lancelot's shell midair. That's what I'm hearing. Alright. Antiochus is squeezing under the fence.
I'd like
Um,
to cast Mind Sliver instead of.
That's fine, yeah. And then Caldra, you are turning into a spider.
I'm
sitting in the
climbing
wall.
over. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, kind of in a cool epic music starts playing. Enoch and Sir Lancelot, they both jump and they both successfully scale the wall. You just saw this big old turtle jump over this 10-foot. Pretty impressive. It was pretty impressive. Keisha, she landed on top of. So go ahead. So Sir Lancelot, put your token where you're.
Oh, yeah.
gonna be.
Okay, bad boy. Whoa. Oh my god, how do I do it?
If you have the token browser, the little bottom one, you can move your.
That's the one I need. Okay, thank you. Looks like nothing is working.
So right
Cool.
there. So Ketris is on top. We'll do the rage. So do your rage so we can get that. What'd you roll?
A 4.
Ooh. We're scoring 7 years ago.
For what?
For my wild magic.
Oh, okay. I was like confused. I was like, to jump on that?
Okay, that's a cool thing. So yeah, you jump over, you rage. Caldra scales over with her woven spider form. Antiochus is underneath the wall. Heise, you hear a loud. Heise, you sent me that message. I saw what you roll.
Okay.
You know what happens with that, right?
Okay.
Okay, so you do that. I'm not gonna describe it because they don't see, but you do that. So here's what we're just gonna go. We'll follow initiative with what everyone has, since it was rolled. So Heise, you're up first in the surprise round. You have the surprise round. You see the part 7 and 8. They turn around. They're like, "Huh? What was that noise?" And they both turn towards like the front of the prison.
Okay. I will. My hand will just start glowing red, and a cyanic blade will go flying at number 7
All right,
for 16.
that hits.
Okay. And that is a. And is it a sneak attack?
It is. So it would have been well, technically, you're stealth, so it would have been sneak attack regardless. So does that affect your advantage on the attack?
I don't think so. Here, let me check.
It says you need advantage on attack roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you sneak attack because it is a surprise round, so it makes sense. You get sneak attack
Okay.
on that. I'm not gonna roll it.
Hit that. That will be 15 damage.
Yeah, you
The number 7.
launch. So what does this look like? This blade, whatever you.
It's basically just like a dark red flash that kind of just shoots at him.
Yeah, you launch this flash of just a streak of red across the sky. It finds the perfect spot right in the middle of this orc's neck as it's like turns around and it turns back, and like as it's like turning back, like it looks over to its and it looks forward. Like the knife like cuts across his throat and it's just bleeds out and just falls down to the ground.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So he's dead.
Okay.
Why is there a dog? I'm actually just gonna delete him and draw a little X. He's dead. There's a dead body right there. That's what you do with that. With your action, do you want to move up closer with your movement?
I'm actually gonna stay put.
Okay.
Well, kind of. I'm kind of gonna backtrack a little to like a different spot on the tree, and just try and hide with my cunning action.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a still check.
That's a natural 20 for 28.
Disappear back into the tree.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. We will do.
Somebody steal your sweet roll.
We will do. Enoch, it's your turn. And you can do your turn, and then if you want to head out, you can head out. So no, it's
Okay, yeah.
It's at that cutoff time. So do your.
So Enoch is going to first of all use his action to swing at this orc in front of him, number 2, with his quarterstaff.
Right.
And that is a nice 23 to hit.
That definitely hits. Yeah.
All right, and that is 6 points of damage.
Right. Yeah. You. Interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, as I say, and so then I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and spend another monk point for 2 more unarmed attacks.
Hell yeah. Go for it.
So unarmed attack number 1 is a 16.
Hits.
That is where'd that go?
My boy. Look at this.
That is 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then
You don't even have to finish your second attack because
Okay.
you whack you just whack him across his neck. It like half breaks his neck, and then you just break your back across, and you just break this orc's neck, and he just like falls down dead.
so one of the features is if I hit an opponent with a flurry of blows, it can do something to it.
Oh, okay.
A following effect. And since he's dead, I'm assuming he would automatically fail a strength saving throw.
Yes.
So just for the image of it, he hits him with the quarterstaff and then follows it up with a big haymaker. And when he hits him, it knocks him 15 feet away.
So which way do you want to hit him? To the right, like down, or to up? Whenever you do that.
Actually, let's do that. Let's have him actually come up with an uppercut.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, like a fighting game.
Oh,
Yeah,
so he's
yeah.
just gonna go straight up to the air and just fall
Yep.
back down.
Yeah, 15 feet up in the air.
Yeah, you see him launch this orc up. You're surprised the orc's head didn't just completely fly off like a rock and sock him. But the orc flies up and then plumps back down to the ground. Just a heap of dead beds. Yeah, if you want to head out, Nate.
Yeah, that's cool. I should probably
Check
head
it
out.
out.
Good night, dude.
Good night.
Thank you all. That was fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to.
I'll catch up later.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna go to Cauldron. Cauldron, what is your wolf spider's?
It is not very much. Hold on. It's 11.
Okay, I just want to write it down, just because I can't track it. You're up. You just saw Enoch, fucking devastate. That'll work over there. You're skittering around. You see Sir Lancelot with Ketris riding him. Pretty crazy. What are you doing?
These squares are 5 feet, right?
Squares are
10.
10 feet.
10? Oh,
Yes.
darn it.
When you get inside the building, the squares will become 5.
Okay, then I guess I'll go to this thing, and I'm gonna bite it.
Oh yeah.
Get him.
A 14.
Yeah. You go to try to bite this orc, and it knocks your fangs away with its shield.
Yep. Cool.
And it's like, ooh, spider.
No.
Yep. That's about what I can do. And then she's gonna climb on the wall and then over here.
Okay. He doesn't get a reaction because he's surprised. So you do that successfully.
This is so creepy.
Yeah, he goes. He as he bats you away with the shield, you use the momentum from the bat to scutter across the wall. Yeah, awesome turn. We're gonna go down to.
Love the sarcasm.
That was a good try. Can I just not speak?
Antiochus.
Antiochus, it's your turn.
I'll shuffle under the wall. I'll go, 10 feet forward.
Okay.
I don't want to get that close to the bodies, but then I'll turn to the orc that isn't dead, and I'll get out my spell book. It looks like a children's book, and then I'll cast Mind Sliver,
Okay.
and I'll just whisper to him, "You're not at the party."
Aw.
They didn't invite
Okay.
you. And he has to roll a DC 15 intellect save.
He rolled a natural 9.
No.
He's
It's
like, I didn't want to go to the party.
I didn't want to be there anyways.
Fuck those guys.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, we go down to Ketris, and then Sir Lancelot, you will be on after him.
So yeah, as you see Kitris come over this wall on Sir Lancelot's back, starting to rage, you see as soon as the green eyes start glowing really bright, as soon as that happens, a like a bolt of light shoots out of his chest and straight towards this orc that's still alive. And so they have to make a con saving throw.
Okay. Let's see what it is.
What is the saving throw though?
He rolled a 12 total.
Ooh, 1 second here.
It'd be your
8 plus prof plus con. So 8, 9, 10. He needed a 13.
Yeah, he rolled 12, so he fails.
All right,
What happened?
so that is 2d6 of radiant damage, and they are blinded until the start of their next turn.
My goodness.
All right, so what's the damage?
That's 7 radiant damage,
Okay.
and they are blinded, and that's just from raging. I haven't even.
Yeah, that's not even you attacking.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't
just
even
your-
attacked
that's-
yet.
As you rage, yeah. So he. I mean, I don't think he's gonna live through this attack, but
Well, I guess
he's like-
the question is the distance that I traveled on Sir Lancelot's back my distance traveled? Like, can I reach at this point?
I'm just gonna rule it that you guys. That's how far he jumped, just for
Okay.
ease of everything.
Okay,
And
so
you
I'm
still have
within
movement.
5 feet.
You can still swing it.
Okay. Yeah, I will swing. 25 to hit.
That hits it. And plus, he's blind. So he's blinded, which I think you get advantage.
Oh.
Is that how blinded works?
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Oh.
Creatures attack. You have advantage against.
Okay, yeah, so still 25. So so that's another 8. What's a battle axe do? Slashing damage? Yeah, slashing damage.
Yeah. So you, this is the guy's last vision in his last moment. He saw a turtle jump over a wall with this tiefling bat creature that just chest blinded him, and then like he just saw you do that, and then he just died.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what happened after that. So he's like, huh? You have killed that orc. So he is gone. It has been not forgotten. He's dead right there. That's your turn.
Yeah.
We go to Sir Lancelot. The 2 guards at the main door are disposed of. The ones at the horn are disposed of. What do you want to do with? What do you want to do with the rest of your surprise? You know that there are guards on either side of the building.
Yeah, he's actually gonna just say, "Good hit, my friend," and he's assuming he's done this before, this kind of maneuver with Enoch. He knows that the other guards probably heard this and are gonna come running, so he's going to like set up right here with his morning star raised.
Oh shit. Okay, so let's just rule this because technically they're not going to be able to act this round. So I will say whoever comes around that corner, you're gonna have advantage against attack. So whenever, just because you are like technically you're like holding an action ready in a sense, but I'm just gonna give you advantage. So when we start up next turn, you'll be able to hit that person with advantage.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Next session. So just write that down just so we can all
Okay.
Yeah,
remember.
I'll pat you on the shoulder and be like, "Thanks for the ride."
That is the surprise round. We'll pick back up next session with the whatever happens. You guys have disposed of 3 guards already. The ones with the horns have been dispatched. I say fucking Assassin created one without anyone knowing. But yeah, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in and sticking around. If you did, I know we've been off for a couple of weeks, so it's been a bit, but we are back. We'll be back for 4 consecutive weeks, give or take. Someone gets sick. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you, players, for joining. It's fun to see these new characters.
Hell yeah.
We had some funny moments. And next session we will have there will be battles with an S. There will be more than one battle.
Nice.
Whoa.
So
Are we gonna get a long rest in between?
there will be more to this next time, and we will more than likely probably conclude this 2-shot next session. Yeah, we'll see. It'll depend. I think we're gonna try to finish it next session. I don't know, it'll be a weird place to pick up. Actually, fuck it. We'll figure it out on the way. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks. Hey, see you next Sunday.
Good night.
Bye.